The four-seeded Nebraska Cornhuskers are set to tip off in potentially their first ever NCAA tournament win versus the red-hot number 13 seeded Troy Trojans, also looking for their first ever NCAA tournament victory in the second game of the NCAA first round today here. This, of course, is WilsonDittman on WilsonDittman Sports. Going to be a blast to bring this one to you guys. I mean, this is the biggest game. This is the biggest game in the history of the program. I'll just put it at that. It's not even particularly close. Nebraska, of course, we've had some highs throughout the history of our basketball program, right? Winning the NIT, of course, winning the crown last year, a couple good things along the way. But if Nebraska can win today versus Troy, although we're 12-point favorites, it brings us to new heights that we've never reached before. And we can finally say, yes, we are deserving of being in the NCAA tournament. Yes, we are a school that needs to be reckoned with. Big-time ball game. Absolutely big-time ball game. In which you've already heard the doubters. You've already heard the haters. Nebraska's not going to win this, that, and the third. That we shouldn't be a 4 seed. That we had a terrible end of the season. Okay. Let's see it today. Let's see it. Let's see how to shut up that narrative. Have a huge opportunity, folks. 5 minutes till tip-off. We got Charles Barkley talking about the game, along with Clark Kellogg. It's going to be an absolute big one. Kenny Smith. What are we thinking, everybody? What are we thinking? Jimmy says he's scared. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have live play-by-play today, folks. Live play-by-play. Everybody hit that like button. If you guys want to win today, I'm just saying it might be a little bit of good luck. Hit the like button. I think we're on live watch parties. We have a really good record. I think we're 5-1 combining football and basketball. But we lost our last one versus Purdue. I think because not enough people hit the like button. So we got to hit the like button. Everybody get that good mojo going. Get that positivity going. Get the generosity when you're generous. The team is generous back. Everybody, what are your predictions? Let me know your predictions, guys. Get on the predictions. Get on the predictions here. Price carries, got to be honest. We need anybody besides Price to carry. We know Price is going to show out today. Absolutely, we know that. We need somebody besides him to show out. Because if he is our only offense today, it's going to be a poor performance. We'll put it at that. And that's what we've kind of seen as of recently. Let's see. Haters aren't wrong. Hey, man. We'll see. Got an opportunity to prove them wrong. And good quick final look here at Troy. Oh, Nebraska bands that are pulling up. All right, final look at Troy. The people you need to know today before, of course, we're about 4 minutes away till tip-off. We got Victor Valdez, who leads their team in scoring with 15 points a game. Big man, listed about 6'7", coming out of Mexico. They, of course, got Thomas Dowd, who is the best player on the team, also averages 15 a game, 10 rebounds, averages a double-double. You got the Campbell brothers. You're going to hear a lot of Theo Sang, who's back for the first time in a month. He's one of their best players. So, again, they're a team that does have a lot of height for being – I can't show you guys – hold on. I was showing you guys the wrong screen. I was showing you guys the chat. Here we go. That's the screen I was meaning to show you guys. So this final look at their starting lineup, I believe, will be the top 5 guys here on their scoring. But again, just no Campbell, Sang, Dowd, and we'll get things rolling, everybody. We're about 3 minutes away till tip-off. Final predictions, everybody. Put in your final stuff. And I better see Nebraska victory all over. I can't see any upset. We can't have that bad mojo. We can't have that bad mojo going on, folks. I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious. You know what I mean? Just a little stitious. Let's see. Victor Valdez wears number 11. Okay, I gotta memorize these guys for my play-by-play here real quick. Thomas Dowd, number 1. That'll be easy. Theo Sang. Dude, they're like a prep school over here. They're like a private school. Theo Sang. 33. All right. We're going to be good. All right, guys. Final predictions here. There we go. Love that. Double digits. Saying Troy is bad. I don't know. I mean, I like the win, but we don't want to disrespect our opponent here. We can't have that bad mojo. Like I'm telling you guys. We got to give respect, but we got to get it. We got to get some positivity flow. You're getting backed up, Dusty. It's all right, man. Happens to the best of us, man. What up, David? My favorite realtor. David, I don't know if you saw this, man. You're big on social media. I saw an Instagram reel about you. You're big. It had like 10,000 likes. I don't know. I wanted to send it to you, but I couldn't find you on social media. I was gonna send you a screenshot. You're big, man. You're big. Also, did you see Miami? Yeah, dude, the Miami game was nuts last night, bro. That was so good. I was glad they won too, man. Nebraska women's basketball, they won in the first 4 against Richmond. That was huge. Jacory Garcia goes for 20. Ooh, I don't know. Shoot, what is my camera? My camera's messing up here. I don't know. Hopefully, man. I would love to see Jacory Garcia go for 20. That'd be great. That would be great. Let's see. There we go. I think Jamarcus Lawrence, though, the key to the game. I just got back home like 10 minutes ago. I wasn't speeding, but I was going fast down 180. So I get my lunch here. My grilled chicken. Oh yeah. We got to fuel up. We got to fuel up. I was speeding down, man. Cause I had a class that ended literally about 30 minutes ago, and luckily I don't have any classes today. I'm a good student. I wasn't gonna skip, so I had to show up. Troy wants to score more than 80. Let's see, man. I agree. I'm tending to agree with you there, but you can never be so sure, man. We gotta have 30 from Stanford and 20 from Frager. Asking a lot, dude. I prefer to have 25. I'd prefer to have 20 from Stanford, 15 Frager, 15 Marcus Lawrence to sprout the love. You know what I mean? Sprout the love. Love it though. Nebraska by 1. Hey, man. At least it's a victory. Has a prove you wrong day after you see these trash. Did I say that? He is not good though. Jacory Garcia is not good. I don't know. I liked him out of Tulsa. He just didn't live up to expectations. What I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to be better. All right, guys. Where are we at? 2 minutes before tip off. Where are we at? Oh, they're a little bit delayed here. It's supposed to tip off at 11:40, but as we know, college basketball, they always start a little bit late. It's tipping off any second now. Here we go. Starters. We got the Campbell brothers for Troy, Valdez, Dowd, and Bellamy. So the guy who's come back from injury saying is going to come off the bench for him. Here we go. We're tipping off, folks. We're tipping off. Hit the like button. Make sure you get it. Final things. Here we go. Final predictions. Get them in. Rink Mast against, looks like pretty much a packed crowd here. A lot of people in attendance. Here we go. Bellamy and Rink Mast for the tip-off here. And Nebraska wins the tip, and let's get things started here. In Oklahoma City, about 60% capacity. There's a lot of open seats, but that's what you imagine. Sam Hoiberg roll inside, layup, and he's going to be fouled. They're not going to, they will call it in the last second. They'll call it traveling, and that will be out on us. It'll be Troy basketball. I think there was a lot of contact there. You thought maybe they're going to call that on Troy. Nope. Man, they hit his head. Okay. They're going to let him play today, I guess. They're going to let him play. There's already a player down for Troy. That is Dowd. That is their best player, Thomas Dowd, who's down. He's going to walk off. He'll be just fine. He just kind of landed weird. Just kind of landed funny. Do not want to see that, folks. Yeah, it was a bang-bang play to get things going. All right, Troy with it again. They are going right to left in their traditional all-black kits. Nebraska on the other end in their all-whites. Nebraska trapping. They get it over to Campbell here on the right wing. He's working inside. Now over the corner. Pump fake. Guarded closely by Rink Mast. Ball's stripped free. Taken away by Burke. Nebraska on the other end. Going quick. Price Sanford. Pump fake. He'll slow things down to over to Burke. Layup inside. No good. Both teams fighting for the board. Is rebounded by the Trojans. They'll take it the other end. Campbell rolling inside. Now over. Wide open three. Is it up? And it's good. It is good. That was Valdez, the Mexican. The Mexican. I say that just to identify him. He looks kind of cool, though. He's all tatted up. All right, Troy here. First points of the ball. Nebraska now trying to respond on the other end. Sanford, 3-ball on the way. No good. Rebound Mast. Nice little move inside. Bucket. 3-2. Here we go. Slow start, but we're only a minute in. We're okay. Troy on the other end. Dowd with it. Over one of the Campbell brothers. Back to Dowd. He's rolling inside. Tough pass. Taken away by Nebraska. That's Hoiberg. Hoiberg go the different direction. Over now to Rink Mast. Mass dances his way inside. Tough little layup, no good. Gets his own board. Now the ball's free, taken away by Troy on the other end. That's the second Campbell brother. First time he touched the basketball today. They'll give it over to Valdez. He'll reset now to Campbell 2. Campbell trying to find a little mid-range. Jay doesn't attempt it. Good defense by Nebraska. Going to call travel. It will be Husker possession. People are already saying Burke is garbage. Oh my goodness, guys. Let's chillax on Burke. Let's chillax on Burke, man. We gotta have good mojo today. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Nebraska on the other end now, trying to get the first lead of the ball game versus the Troy Trojans. Burke, Mass, 3-pointer on the way from the left wing, no good. Rebound, Hoiberg, second chance, got it. Nice play there by Sammy. Sammy, my boy, in the words of Kim Pavelka. Campbell now with it on the March Madness logo. The arena's a little bit dark today. I don't know. Arena looks darker than usual. Usually it's pretty light in these arenas. Now over to the corner. That's Valdez. 3-pointer on the way. Yep, got it. He's 2 for 2 now from 3-point land. Do not want to let that man open. Again, they can hurt you. Nebraska, one of our philosophies on defense is allowing a lot of open shots in the 3-point department. Troy, they'll gladly take them, and they make them at a very high rate. Again, they're inconsistent. I'll put it at that. They'll kill you or they'll kill themselves. Right now, they're killing Nebraska. Huskers on the other end, foul on Valdez on Price Sanford. Burke's been trash since day one. Hey, man. Hey, man. So what you're telling me is we got to put Frager in. Let's see. That's what y'all telling me. Inbound over to Rink Mass, now to Burke. Burke guarded closely by Campbell. Now over to Rink Mass, guarded closely by Thomas Dowd. He's at the top of the key. Little off-ball movement by Sam Hoiberg. Now 3-pointer by Burke. No good. You guys, you guys jinxed it. You guys jinxed it. We're talking about by Burke. Troy now on the other end. Valdez, he's been hot from 3. He has it guarded by Price Sanford. They're setting a screen for him. Now he'll roll inside corner. That's Campbell on the way. Got it, 3-pointer. Troy up 9-4. Again, Troy can hurt. I was trying to tell you guys, Troy can hurt us on the 3-point department, man. It's not like they don't have shooters. They got shooters. They got shooters everywhere. Hoiberg now. Trying to get over to Mast. Pump fake from 3-point land. Now over to Burke. Dunk. Got it. Matt Rule said Burke was the next Dirk. No way he said that. You guys are liars. He did not say that. Troy on the other end. Great ball move by the Trojans so far. Dow, 3-pointer on the way. No good. Rebounded by Sam Hoiberg. Huskers down by 3, 6-9. Next dead ball will be immediate timeout, the first of the game. Hoiberg going left to right here on the March Madness logo, setting up the offense, gives over to Price Sanford on a handoff. Now over to Jamarcus Lawrence here on the right wing. Now to Rink Mass, top of the key. He's guarded closely. Troy's defense has been stout so far. Rink Mass trying to work his way inside the post. He's stuffed. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Huskers need to put something up, set something up. Rink Mass, 3-pointer on the way. No good. Rebounded by Troy, but it goes into bounds. It will stay with Nebraska. Reset shot clock for the Big Red, and that will be the first immediate timeout of the game as Nebraska trails against a 13-seeded Troy 6-9. Thoughts? Thoughts, folks? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? First media timeout. Listen, man, I'm trying to tell you guys, like, Troy got some hoopers, man. They can shoot it, and they want to shoot it. They want to shoot it, you know? Honestly, though, again, if Nebraska can just go, like, I'm not asking for Nebraska going to halftime up 10, up to 15. If we can go to halftime tied, the way we'll make adjustments, I feel perfectly fine about us in the second half. But just go and do it. Just go into halftime tied. Which I hate that I have that expectation against a 13 seed. I told you guys it was going to be a close game. Because, again, Troy is a good team. They're not some schmuck squad, you know? Like, they aren't some make-a-wish team from, you know, poop fart conference, you know, who just got a bid because their conference sucks. Like, the Sun Belt's tough, man. So seeing some Nebraska fans talking about Troy this week, it's like, come on, like I expect Nebraska to win, but it's like it's gonna be a competitive game. Like we aren't Duke over here, folks. We aren't Duke, man. What y'all thinking? Why Burke shooting that? It's a great question. He hasn't made that shot since man November. About what I thought, says Easton. Yeah, we're okay. We're 4 minutes in, 5 minutes in. We're okay. We're okay. Yeah, Troy's defense has been stout so far. They're a really good defensive team. Their main issue is they struggle with big men, which Nebraska does not have, unfortunately. We don't have down at big men, and they struggle with turnovers on offense. Like, those are really their Achilles heels. We could take advantage of one, not both. We got to shake off the nerves. Yeah, we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be okay. We're going to be just fine. Sipple said they're still a Sunbelt team. Dude, I'll see. Like, I tell you guys, like, the only other Nebraska YouTuber I watch the Husker Online show every now and then, and I was listening to him, I think, on Monday, and Steve Sipple, who I like Steve Sipple, but he said, I got my scouting report from Troy on ChatGPT, and it wasn't just him. Like, it was like the majority of the fan base. Like, guys, we have to act like we've been here before. I understand Nebraska fan base does not like follow college basketball much. We are a football school. Our football program is mediocre, but we're still a football school no matter what. Like, the basketball team could win a national championship and people would still care more about football. But still, it's like, guys, Troy using ChatGPT for a Troy scouting report. Please don't tell me people do that for football too. I don't know, man. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. If we have real journalists using chat, we're cooked. I'll tell you this. I've never used ChatGPT ever for any scouting report of any team. We're back here in Oklahoma City after the first media timeout. We got to have good vibes here, guys. Carol Hoiberg in attendance, along with, I believe, the sister of Sam Hoiberg, I think. Speaking of Hoiberg, get a nice little pass over to inside to Rick Mass. Pump fake, got the layup, and one. And one. There we go. There we go. We're all right. We're chilling. We're in a good spot. Not an ideal spot, but we're in a good spot. Am I up to speed with you guys? Let me know. Am I up to speed with am I behind? Am I ahead of your guys' TV broadcast? I think I have ultra low latency, and I'm watching the most current stream on the internet. So hopefully I'm up to date with y'all, and I'm not behind. If I am behind, hopefully it's only by like a second. 9-9, Rick Mass makes the free throw. Campbell on the other end now. And the Campbell twins have been phenomenal so far in this ball game. Some bench pieces now in for the Troy Trojans. Good defense by the Huskers. They're trapping every ball handler. Floater on the way from Campbell. No good. Rebounded by Price Sanford. Frager is now checked in the ball game for the Big Red. He's in for Burke. In the comment section, cheers. Burke's out. Foul on the floor will be on Troy. I believe that's your second on the floor foul here in the first half. I gotta wait till like commercial breaks to eat. Huskers inbound to Rick Mast. He gets double team taken away by Campbell from Troy. Goes out of bounds. We'll see who's off on. They'll say it's off on Mast, and it will be Troy basketball. It will be Troy basketball, folks. UCLA cursed us. I don't know if it was UCLA. I think it was the Iowa loss. The Iowa loss made me so mad the first time we played Iowa. Troy now on the other end, going right to left. Corner three on the way up, and no good. Brix, second chance, rebounded by Dowd. He's double teamed over to the right wing. Another 3-pointer for the Trojans. They miss again. Ball's up in the air. Both teams fighting for it. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Nebraska basketball. Or will it? Excuse me. Nope, it's going to stay with Troy. So Troy gets 3 opportunities on one possession because Nebraska, the rebounding issues are kind of rear their ugly head. Theo Seng checks in the ball game for Troy. First time we've seen him in a month. He's one of their best players on offense. The inbounded down. They're saying who has the basketball. Big number 33. Huskers double teaming. Tough pass by Troy. Working inside. Layup on the way. They're going to call foul, and Troy will go to the line for 2. That is Keel. That is Mr. Carrington Keel for the Troy Trojans. Quick stash check. Let's see. Hold on. What's the Ohio State score? Who do you guys pick Ohio State versus TCU? I was all in on Ohio State. I was all in Ohio State. Ohio State is losing 31-24. Ah! Oh, man. I cannot go 0-1. I usually start off pretty good, but, man, I don't know, man. Ohio State got to come back here. This is not ideal. Bracket's going to be busted after just one. Troy makes one, misses the other. They're up 10-9 over the Big Red here early first half. Sam Hoiberg has it. Rolling inside. Gives it out over to Frager. He launches from 3 land. No good. Rebounded by Troy. You want to see Frager take those regardless of him missing. It's all right. Let's have the green light. Down the other end for Troy 3-pointer. Also no good. Huskers with the board. Sanford has it. Now to Rink Mast. Trying to find somebody to pass to. Now over to Jacobson, checked in for the first time all game. He backs down to 3-point land. Now over to Mast. Tough little pass to Frager. Now to Sanford. 3-pointer on the way. Splash. Splash. Huskers up 12-10 over Troy. About 12 minutes left to go here in the first half. Once we get under the 12-minute mark, the next dead ball will be immediate timeout. Campbell on the other end now for Troy. Gives it over to Sang. Back to Campbell. Little handoff action. 10 seconds of the shot clock. Good defense on this possession by the Huskers. Tough pass over to Keel on the left wing. He's trying to work his way inside. There'll be a foul on the floor by the Big Red. Shot clock will be reset. That'll be on Jacobson. You guys are pick TCU, man. I'm hoping Ohio State comes back. Man, I did like TCU this year. They got some good wins in there, but I was really feeling the Ohio State the way they ended. It's okay, though. Troy with the inbound. Campbell guarded closely by Price Sanford. Trying to get his way inside. Now kicks it over to Sang. Back to Keel. 5 seconds shot clock. They need to put something up. Keel goes over to Campbell. Tough 3-pointers. Basically on the run. Oh, my gosh. Splashed it. He splashed it. That was a tough 3-pointer. Shot clock expiring. And the Troy bagging the lead 13-12. Troy shooting 50% from 3-point land. Nebraska only a mere 1 for 6. Huskers down by 1. Slow start per expected. Hoiberg guarded closely by Dow. Now they switch onto him. Over to Price Sanford. Sanford guarded by Keel. And there will be a foul on the floor. And that will be the media timeouts. All right. Huskers down once again. Down by 1 point to 13-12. Nice. I mean, that Campbell kid, man. Those are, I shouldn't say they're twins. They're brothers. They're tough. We're tough. Okay, what are the let's see. Let's take an early look at the statistics. Anything that jumps out to us. Nothing crazy. Again, the only difference in the ball game so far has been Troy shooting 50% from 3-point land, Nebraska 1 for 6. That's really the only difference so far. Rebounding's been pretty similar. Everything's been similar. Nebraska hasn't imposed their will on the defensive end like we expected, at least so far. Fouls again haven't really played a factor in this half. So it's really the key to the game right now. Nebraska not getting enough open looks as well. You know, some of Nebraska's looks from 3-point land have not been ideal. Let's put it at that, right? Haven't been ideal. So it is what it is. Let's see what social media is talking about. See if anybody's freaking out already. I'm sure there's already some Husker fans freaking out. Sean Callahan says, I'm sitting next to a Nashville media member, and he says this is the most lopsided NCAA tournament crowd he's ever seen. Okay, that's probably not true. Come on. Come on. That is he's probably not been in too many NCAA tournament games. Like, yeah, I'm sure Nebraska, I'm sure it's lopsided in there, but like when Duke plays Siena, like it's gonna be the same deal, right? Like there's gonna be like no Siena fans there, there's gonna be a million Duke fans there. So I don't get that narrative. Let's see. People are freaking out about Ohio State. Dude, I'm so frustrated. I picked Ohio State. That was bad. I'm gonna lose the first game of the bracket challenge. My bracket's gonna be busted. I did make 25 brackets though, so I got 20, but I only care about one of them. I don't care about the others. I gotta make sure I picked Ohio State. Maybe I switched to TCU last second. Nope, there's Ohio State. Yep. Gosh. What about my secondary bracket that I don't care about? I also picked Ohio State. What about my third bracket? Pick TCU. Okay. What are you guys thinking? Rock Chalk, what's up, man? I'm a Kansas fan. I'm sure they've had some pretty good advantages over the year. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like because I mean I'm sure they do with your fans too, Rock Chalk. But with our media members, act like everything around Nebraska is so extravagant. Like, oh, this is the best traveling fan base. Like, we have a really good traveling fan base, but for an NCAA tournament person to say this is the most lopsided crowd ever seen, like, really, like, come on. There are lopsided rounds every first round. We're back here in Oklahoma City. Jared Garcia wide open, mid-range J no good. And what I mean wide open, it was wide open. Troy on the other end, Campbell loses the basketball. Ooh, hits the top of the shot clock somehow. I mean, it went all the way up, man. It went all the way up. All right, guys. I think you guys know what time it is. You guys know what time it is. I think we got to get the rally cap going. We got to get the rally cap going today. We got to get on the run. This isn't baseball, but we're gonna act like it's baseball. All right, this is gonna give us some good mojo here in the next 3 minutes. TCU's pummeling. Yeah, I know it's terrible, dude. It's terrible. I wish I picked TCU. I wish I picked TCU. My bracket's gonna be done after one game, man. All right, here we go. Got the rally cap on. Huskers down 1. Uno. Hoiberg on the other end now for the Huskers. Terrible pass. Just awful pass to Garcia. Somehow retained by Nebraska. Going out of bounds. Frager got it. Now he's rolling inside. Tough layup on the way. Rolls around. No good. Garcia fighting for the board. It'll be rainbounded by Troy, excuse me. Thomas Dowd has it. He's checked back in the ball game. The lengthy Mexican setter who hit 2 threes to get this ball game go for the Trojans. Nice pass over to Dowd. Now over to Sang. Pump fake. He'll roll inside, trying to give it over back to the center. And blocked by Burke. They're going to call a foul on Nebraska. Fred Hoiberg not happy. And he will go to the line for 2. Oh, interesting, man. Not great. All right, rally cap isn't working. We might try rally cap later, but it's already failed. It had one mission, and it's doing more good for Troy. I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious. Mr. Valdez at the line for the Trojans. First one on the way for the big man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, absolutely. No question about it. Second one, also good. Huskers are on the other end, down by 3. Oh my gosh, another sloppy pass taken away by Thomas Dowd of Troy. Nebraska's been sloppy all over. Corner 3 now. Oh, pump fake, excuse me. He'll roll baseline. Tough layup, no good. Both teams fighting for the board. Troy, second chance. They get their own. Third chance now for Troy. Ball's free. Somehow taken away by Nebraska. It'll be a 2-on-2 here. And man, another foul on the floor. Braden Frager just kind of flops. It'll be off. It'll be out on, excuse me, the foul will be on Troy. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. Huskers have 0 points the past 3 minutes. Sanford addresses that. Nice low three in the corner. Gets him going. Tie ball game 15-15. Vada's now on the other end. Sanford poking out. He gets the steal. 2-on-1, and Huskers will slow things down. Now to Sanford, top of the key three. Got it. Price Sanford's hot. Huskers lead by 3. Timeout on the floor. Back-to-back 3 balls by Price Sanford. Exactly what we needed. He's the doctor. He has the prescription. More 3 balls. Media timeout, or excuse me, Troy timeout. Huskers up 18-15, their biggest lead of the ball game so far. Give me your thoughts. We're still 30 minutes away from the third game of the day starting. That'll be South Florida versus Louisville. How do you guys got in that one? I got to go South Florida. Or excuse me, I got to go Louisville. Right now, the popular upset pick is USF, but the popular upset pick always fails. High State keep their coach or they lose. It's tough, man. It's tough. They don't like that. I mean, Holman's underperformed for years. I don't think they should. They probably will. Beautiful day, yeah, man. Dude, it was crazy. It snowed on Tuesday where I'm at. I was in downtown Omaha because you guys know I got a Creighton, and snowing on Tuesday. Then Wednesday was 70 degrees, and today's gonna be like 8 degrees, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. True, Thomas. It's not Holman. Okay, Holman's the guy they fired. Hold on. Good for calling me out on that. Let me see. Because they had Holtman. Okay, yeah. Good call. Oh yeah, he's with the DePaul now. That's where okay. And he's actually killing at DePaul. Good call. Because yeah, they hated Holtman. So true. Okay. Then no, they won't fire him. For some reason I thought Holtman was still there. We'd love to meet you at a Millard South game. You gonna be there? I might pull up for the first game of the season for Millard North, Millard South. That's what I told Trey, and Kaelin. I don't know who I'm gonna root for though. I'm not gonna lie. Well, because you got Toriel. I'm a Millard South alum, but I'm not gonna lie. I've not rooted for Millard South the past 2 years because they're too much of a super team. It's not fun to root for them. But with Trey, it might change things. I don't know. But when they play Millard North, I might root for Millard North. I don't know. I'll root for Trey, but I might root for Millard North. I hate to say it. I love my high school, but they're doing some shady stuff, man. I don't love it. I don't love it. I wasn't a huge fan of Trey transferring there, to be honest. I wish he went to a Lincoln school. That'd been cool. Brad says we need Frager to come live today. Yeah, man. He had a nice look for 3 earlier, missed it. All right, we're back here in Oklahoma City. Speaking of Frager, takes away from Troy. There'll be a foul on the floor by the Trojans. Troy's starting to get a little bit into foul trouble. I believe that's your 6th here in the first half. We're getting close to the Husker double. Excuse me, Husker bonus. My goodness. I just woke up about 2 hours ago or 3 hours ago. Woke up at 9. Peyton Sanford, the brother of Price Sanford, in attendance today. He is a current player with the Oklahoma City Thunder, so that works out for him. He didn't have to go anywhere to attend this ball game. Huskers with it, up 8. Rake Mass, we need him to get going as well. Price Sanford really been the focal point of this offense, as you expect. He has it being double teamed. Now over to Frager. Tough 3-point on the way. No good. Mass fighting for the board. It's up, and he'll get it. Second chance now for the Huskers. Sanford, another look from 3. No good. Huskers trying to go for their third chance. Yes, they do. Sanford with the rebound. Third opportunity now for the Huskers. Jamarcus Lawrence, he's still scoreless. He's had a tough 2 months. He's the X factor of this ballgame for the Big Red. Step back 3-pointer from J-Law. Splash! Got it. Huskers lead by 6. Troy desperately needs a response. Campbell has it here on the March Madness logo. Both of the Campbell twins are in. He passes to his brother. Crowd wanted a double dribble. They're not going to get it. Campbell, too, has it. He rolls inside. Tough layup. Off the glass. No good. Rebounded by the Big Red. That's Burke. Troy trying to trap. They're not going to have any success there. 8 minutes left to go here in the first half. Huskers lead by 6. J-Law, who's coming off of his first points of the ball game. Tough little step back 3. He has it. Trying to set up the offense. Now over to Rink Mass. Pump fake. Tough pass inside of Burke. Taken away by Troy. Troy nicely feed inside. Layup, got it. Huskers up by 4 here. 7:30 left to go in the first half. J-Law on the March Madness logo. Need him to catch fire desperately. Need to see the old version of J-Law. Feeds it over to Mass. A little mismatch him on the smaller Campbell. Now over to Frager. Really, I mean, there's a triple team layup, and he got it on the and one. Oh, my goodness. I mean, he just put up a crazy layup. Shouldn't have put that one up at all. Fouled and one. He'll go to the line for an extra. And that'll be another immediate timeout on the floor. We'll come back for one more free throw. Little break as the Huskers lead 23-17, expanding over the Troy Trojans. Good start. Inferno says, "May I leave? Go get some food." You certainly can go get some food, Inferno. Certainly. We'll see you. We'll see you here in once we get to halftime. Once we get to the second half. Make sure you can go, but make sure to come back. Oh man. Oh, dude. I don't know. I have mixed. I kind of wish we played at night or the afternoon. Like I don't mind playing early, but I don't know. I think that was probably the worst spot we could have played at, as the 11 o'clock game. Because if we lose this game, which I don't know, if, we probably won't lose this game, but if we lose this game, it's gonna hurt real bad for the rest of the day. But if we win, it's like, oh, we already won. You know what I mean? We can watch the rest of the first round games with no pressure. You know what I mean? (23-17), folks. (23-17). I'm telling you, if we can just go into halftime like this, we don't gotta be up 10 at halftime. We don't gotta be up 10. We just gotta be up around 6, round 5. With the adjustments we'll make it at halftime, we'll be just fine. We're a second half team. Speaking of halftime, this TCU Ohio State halftime's taking forever. I'm so pressed that Ohio State's getting blown out. I'm so pressed. My bracket really gonna lose on the first game this year. I don't know. It's whatever. Should have seen that one coming. They do that on purpose. They always start off March Madness with an 8-9, so like 50% of the brackets are ruined. They always do. They never start off with like a 116 or anything like that. All right, folks, we're back here in Oklahoma City. We got 7 minutes left to go here in the first half. Huskers lead by 6 against the Troy Trojans. Of course, that's their biggest lead today. Scott Cross, the Troy head coach, being interviewed right now by Andy Katz. Speaking of Nebraska athletics, though, like we've had a lot of success. Like the baseball team, I think has won like 11 consecutive games, which is crazy for baseball, regardless of who you're playing. And I think softball. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I don't follow softball that closely just because I'm not really interested in it. in the sport in general, but I think softball is like number 5 in America or something, which is pretty cool. Free throw on the and one. Got it for Braden Frager. Huskers now lead by 7. We're back here in OKC, Oklahoma. 24-17 Campbell here on the March Madness logo. Troy, really hot start to the ball game. Haven't seen that in a while. That's credit to Nebraska on the defensive end. Feeding into Sagan's side. Now over to Dow. Tough layup. Got it off the glass. Oh, you're seeing a little bit adjustment by Troy. They're doing a full court trap. That's interesting. They're already getting aggressive on D. Huskers have struggled against that this year. Mass with it. He'll try to work his way inside. Now over to Frager. Now to Sanford. Three-pointer. He pulls. Splash. 27-19. Price Sanford's caught fire. He leads the game with 12 points. I believe all of which have been threes. Huskers up by 8. Campbell. Now to Vallows in the corner. He pump fakes. Now to the top of the key. That's Sang. Now back to other corner. Three-pointer. No good. Both teams fighting for the board. Valdez loses it. It's going to go out of bounds. Who will they say it's off on? They're going to say it's going to begin and stay with Troy. They're going to stay with Troy. As expected, though, Nebraska's key form of offense. I mean, who would have guessed? Price Sanford. Troy on the other end, a little tough pass inside, but they have Campbell steps out of bounds, will be taken over by Nebraska. Troy's getting sloppy. They're getting sloppy. They're already reaching. They know, hey, we got to get back in this ballgame. They know Nebraska's second half team. Husker, Sanford. Oh my gosh, he did it again. Sanford, 15 points. He is unconscious from 3, shooting 5 for 7 right now. My goodness. And the way it's been all year, Price Sanford, the focal point of this offense. You thought that'd go the way in the NCAA tournament? No, sir. Now taken away by the Huskers. They're hot, up 11. Sanford, J-Law, 3-ball. No good. The roof would have come off if he made that one. Rebounded by Frager. Second opportunity for Nebraska. They'll call a jump ball. Who has the possession arrow? It will be Nebraska. So the Huskers will retain on the inbound. Price Sanford, hot as a pistol. So Nebraska has it. They do have the possession arrow after the jump ball. Now the possession arrow will be with Troy. Sanford will inbound under their own hoop. Now to Jamarcus Lawrence. Tough little pass inside to Burke. Now back to J-Line. Now corner 3-ball. Brain Frager. No good. Rebound Burke. Third opportunity now for the Big Red. They're going to reset with the ball in Price Sanford's hands, as it should be. And there's going to be a foul on the floor. A little pushing there by Troy. And that will send Price Sanford to the line for 2. That was a big mistake by the Trojans. Now Nebraska's in the bonus. Big mistake. Big mistake. Huge. Huge. First free throw for Mr. Sanford indeed goes in. 31-19. Second free throw now for the former Iowa Hawkeye. Now on the good side of the equation, it is up and also in. Huskers lead by 13. That's their biggest today. 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. It's been all Nebraska in these past couple minutes. Campbell guarded closely by Jamarcus Lawrence. Troy desperately needs something on offense. They kick it over the corner. That's Dowd. He's double teamed. Now tries it over to the other corner. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll see who's off on. They'll say hit the shoe of Price Sanford, and it will stay with the Trojans. So Troy do inbound. Huskers on an 8-0 run. Troy's down 13 points. Keel back in the ball game for the Trojans. Haven't seen him in about 10 minutes. The issue with Troy now is they're in foul trouble as well. Like Nebraska's officially in the bonus. Nebraska's actually getting close to the double bonus. So if Troy's not careful here, Nebraska can make it ugly and ugly in a hurry. Troy inbounds to Keel. Nice defense by Mass. He'll work inside. Tough layup. There's going to be a foul on the shot. He'll go to line for 2. That was a weak foul. That was a weak foul call. There's barely any contact, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is, you know? Can't complain. First one up and good for Troy. That's Keel. Or excuse me, first one no good. Wait, no. They didn't make the first one. Second one also in. The scoreboard was glitching for a second. I was like, what? I thought he made that. 32-21. 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. Huskers have been dominating as of recently, but again, we know with this team, they can be streaky, right? So Troy can get back in the ball game, and we know Troy can get hot. J-Law has it. Only 3 points a day for the former Rhode Island transfer. Guarded closely by Campbell, 2. Now to Burke, or excuse me, now to Frager, 3-point on the way, no good. Rebounded by Troy. Now Troy they need some. Let's put it at that. Sang to Dowd. He's been scoreless as of recently. That's their leading scorer, along with Mr. Double-Double. Tough pass over the corner, takeaway by Price Sanford. Sanford's been all over this ball game, man. Sanford's been phenomenal. Troy already with 9 turnovers here in the first half. J-Law, crossover. Dancing inside. Tough layup. They're going to call foul on the shot, and he will go to line for a pair. Jamarcus has struggled from the free throws as of recent, but we'll see what he can do. He should be all right. And that takes us to the final media timeout of the first half. So here we are. Huskers up 32-21. We got 3:50 left to go in the first half. And when we come back, we'll go to line for dose. Not bad, folks. Not bad. A lot of overreactions in the first, 4 minutes of the game. And then we got on a run. Love to see it. I would love to blow them out. That would be great. I would love for us to be up by 20 as soon as possible so we can put on the bench. Because with the NCAA tournament, I know we don't know this because we never won a game before, but in the NCAA tournament, it is a battle of attrition. Okay, who can stay rested the most? Who can stay healthy the most? So it's important for us to not have the starters out there when we get to 5 minutes on the ball game. So we can put in the bomb squad. We can put in, the Kale Jacobsons of the world, the Jared Garcias of the world, the Kendall Blues of the world, just so we can get the actual production off the court and ready to go for Saturday. Now, again, we're talking a little bit early here, right? We're only up 11 points. Easily, Troy could come back. Easily, they could. But that should be the expectation. Is to blow them out. Don't disrespect Kale. I mean, he's all right, but come on, you're kidding yourself if you think Kale's anything above like a bottom tier bench player. Brett says Frager amassed. Oof, thank God for Price. Yeah. No, like we're looking at the stats so far. It's really been. I mean, this was the expectation, right? Price is literally our only offense right now. Oh man. But also something that we need to watch out for. Like we need we need, in order to make it deeper on this tournament, somebody besides Price, because they're going to figure it out. Like the teams we play, if we win this game, we play the Vanderbilt, we play McNeese, they're going to figure us out. They're going to trap Price and get the ball out of his hands. You know, we need anybody besides him, right? It's the way it goes. You cannot have just one guy do it to make a run. Back here in Ohio State TCU after halftime, Ohio State scores quickly. Still down 13, though. A lot of brackets on the line here in the first game. I need Ohio State to come back. Don't think it's going to happen. Come on, Bruce. Come on, Bruce Thorne. Come on, Bruce. Don't mess up your only opportunity, my guy. Is this Price's final year? He's going to consider the draft, but he'll be back next year, I'm pretty sure. Pretty confident. Nice little bucket there, Ohio State. Okay, come on, Buckeyes. I see you guys. Come on. Come on. Let's come storming back. All right, we're back here in Oklahoma City for Nebraska versus Troy. First free throw, good for Mr. J-Law. Second one for Jamarcus, also in. 34-21. The draft is stacked this year. He won't declare. I mean, Stanford won't be a high pick no matter what. I mean, he's a nice college player, but he's like a Dalton Connect. You know, he's like a Baylor Shireman. It's just tough for those guys to get a real run in the NBA. I think he could be a late first, maybe best case scenario. But even late first, like it's not like it is in the NFL. If you're a late first in the NFL, you're a stud. You know what I mean? You're a day one starter. If you're a late first in the NBA, you're gonna be like a G leaguer. You know what I mean? It's very different. Foul on the floor by the Big Red. We're still out of the bonus. So Nebraska, we're in the bonus, the double bonus. Troy does not have a bonus, so we can still foul and be just fine. Huskers up 13. Campbell, tough pass to Keel, goes out of bounds. Will stay with the Trojans. Vada's now working inside. Over to Keel. Tough layup. No good. Rebounded by J-Law. Really, funny enough, like Valdez has been by far their best player today. It's not been Dow. The expectation was Dow's going to light it up. Haven't seen much of him. Burke rolling inside. Now J-Law, 3-ball on the way. No good. Campbell going quick now on the other end for Troy. Gives it over to Dowd. Heat check 3, except he forgot he's not hot and he missed it. Dude shot a logo 3. Brick. Husker on the other end. Mass double team. Post move. No good. Rebounded by Mass, trying to get a second opportunity. Now ball goes out of bounds. They'll say it was off on Troy. Nebraska, second opportunity here off the inbound. Rebound to Sam Hoiberg. Tough pass over to Sanford, taken away by Valdez. One-on-one. Valdez, nice little spin move. Tough layup, no good. Rebounded by the Huskers. I mean, that layup wasn't even close. It was a little up and under. Now Huskers going quick in the other end. Hoiberg, tough layup. Got it. I believe that's Hoiberg's second or third points of the ball game. Yeah, that's his 4 points total for Mr. Sammy. 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Troy down by 15. Huskers, that again, you can see what they're doing with Dowd. Every single time they give it to Dowd in the paint, they double team him. They're going to call it charge on Troy on a layup. They miss a layup anyways. And Nebraska basketball will retain. And Price Sanford's fired up, man. He wants this one. You better believe Price Sanford wants this one. Can't say the same about Burke, but I'm just kidding. You guys are funny. First 2 minutes of the game. Get Burke out. Oh my goodness. You guys crack me up, man. Bellamy, who started this game at center for Troy, already has 3 fouls. That's an issue. That's an issue for Troy. Yeah, Troy's like quietly getting in foul trouble. Who do the women play now? I think they play Baylor on Saturday. Don't quote me on that. It's either Saturday or Friday in the first round. That'll be a tough matchup for them, but we'll see. J-Law over to Sanford. Tough three, no good. Burke fine for the board. It'll be taken away, however, by the Trojans. Troy desperately needs a response before halftime. They give it over to Bellamy. It's funny they haven't checked him out. Now pass over to Sang. Layup, got it. Huskers only with a couple more possessions here in this first half as the clock winds. J-Law has it here on the left wing. Super far three. Why did he take that? No good. Rebound by Mass. Lucky we get an second opportunity. He also missed the layup. Third opportunity. Got it by Burke on the tip in. Wow. That was a weird possession. Lucky we came away with points. Valid is being double teamed. Corner three now by Sang. Rainbow, no good. Rebounded by Sam Hoiberg. 40 seconds left to go in the first half. Probably our last opportunity to score. Hoiberg, he'll roll inside. Now to Burke in the corner. Now to Mast. He pump fakes at the top of the key. Back to J-Law. He'll reset. 15 seconds shot clock. 30 seconds on the game clock. J-Law, set up the offense. Burke, why do you take that mid-range? Bricked it, of course. That rebounded by the Huskers. Second opportunity. J-Law, wide open three. Got it. Well, I don't know why. Burke just makes the bricks look bricky, man. Like, he just... I don't know how to explain it. Huskers up 41-23. 5 seconds left to go here in the first half. Campbell being double teamed. Now over to the left wing. Sang rolling inside. Tough layup, loses the basketball. They're going to believe they'll call something on the floor before the end of the half. Did they call a foul? And Burke also is down, holding the crotch. I think he got hit where you don't want to get hit. Put it at that. So, yeah, they did call a foul on the floor. Troy's going to go line for two. Burke is in a lot of pain. Again, I don't think it's an injury. I think he just... Let's see the replay here. Yep. He got hit where you don't want to get hit. Yep, he'll be all right. So Burke walks it off. He's all right. The refs are reviewing this for no reason. I don't know what they're doing, man. What are we reviewing? If it's a there's literally like 1 second left to go in the first half, and they're reviewing this for I don't even know. Just let Troy shoot the free throws. We're all right. This is not life or death here, guys. There's Sean Callahan on TV. That's funny. Sean Callahan makes an appearance. I think they're also trying to figure out the clock. Heck, let's hope they put like 2 seconds on the shot clock so we can put up a bucket on the other end, man. Yeah. I think they're just checking the clock. Why are we taking all this time? All right, they put 0.8 on the clock. Troy with the line for two. Make the first one. That's Sang. Second free throw for Sang. Also good. Nebraska does have an opportunity to score if they want. 0.8 seconds. They got to put up a heave. They get it over to Sanford. He gets it off in time. Half court heave. Oh man, hit the backboard. They had a chance. And we get over to halftime. So Nebraska, in search of their first ever NCAA tournament win, is up 41-25 over the great and mighty Troy Trojans of the Sun Belt Conference. Not bad. Not bad, folks. Not bad at all. Let's see. All right, let's get into the stats here. What are we seeing so far? I mean, yeah, Troy had a hot start, but after that, they were I mean, they couldn't make anything. They started off the game about, I think, at 18 points, and they barely scored any in the final 10 minutes. Um, the difference in those ball games so far, number one, turnovers, which we thought would be a difference in this ball game. We thought that the turnovers would be something that goes in Nebraska's favor with Troy's inconsistency, keeping the ball in check. Troy already has 10 turnovers to the Nebraska's 4. Rebounding, pretty similar. That hasn't really been too much impactful, except for Nebraska having 11 offensive boards. Nebraska has had, funny enough, a lot of second chance opportunities, which we didn't expect. Other than that, though, I mean, everything's pretty similar. Troy started off red hot from three-point land. I believe they started 4 for 5, and they've missed 7 consecutive threes. So this game is far ways from over again. We know how it is in the NCAA tournament, guys. We know how it is. We know how it is in the NCAA tournament. If you think this game's over, you haven't watched enough college hoops, right? We know that the Troy, with what they can do in offense, they can come back and they can win, but very, very good half for Nebraska. Better than a lot of people expected. Including myself, for crying out loud, man. I was nervous. You're right, Deshaun, but again, we got one more half, my guy. One more half. They can't get anything in the paint. Yeah, I mean that's been surprising, but that's thanks to Nebraska. That's thanks to Nebraska, what we've done on the defensive end. Every single time Dowd touches the basketball, you see what we're doing, right? We're doubling. Same deal with Valdez. Nebraska understands we are the biggest team inside, so we're just going to make up for it with mass. We're going to make up for it with multiple people. Mass, not masked. Mass. Human mass. Wilson, do you think McNeese can make a run again? I think they're going to win today against Vandy. So we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be a fun game. It'll be a really, really, really fun game. I hope, honestly, I don't want to look too forward to second round just yet, but I really like how we match up against both those teams. Like, I think we match up pretty well against McNeese, and also Vandy. Vandy is a very similar team to us. I don't know how much you guys have watched Vandy this year, but Vandy is like almost identical to us in a lot of ways. I think Vanderbilt has maybe a little bit more top end talent than us, but like they're the same play style. They got hot at the same time we got hot. They're probably more hot right now than we are, but again, they're very, very similar team in almost every single way. It's crazy how like similar we are. So that will be a really interesting matchup. I think we probably pair better with McNeese. I liked McNeese's team more last year. I thought McNeese could have made a Sweet 16 run last year. I think they can win one game this year. I don't know if they can make it to the Sweet 16. I don't know if they can make it the second weekend. So I'd be in favor of McNeese win today. Vandy's shown the ability to play some really bad basketball and play some really good basketball. Very similar to us. It's just what version's going to show up in the NCAA tournament of Vanderbilt. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, man. Ohio State still down 10. That game's not over, but it's not great. It's not great. USF hot start against Louisville. High Point, Wisconsin is gonna be a good one. I'm excited. Like, I actually think today is just such a really good slate. The only games I kind of don't like tonight are the night games, funny enough. And they kind of like they purposely do that to make the night games disinteresting because they understand people are just gonna watch them anyways. But like the High Point Wisconsin game could go either way. Siena Duke could go, okay, Siena's gonna get blown out. McNeese Vandy is a great game. North Dakota State, Michigan State could be a sneaky game. North Dakota State's tough, guys. They're really tough. I think I have Hawaii for winning first round. I like Hawaii, even though Arkansas is hot, but Hawaii did some great things in the Big West this year. VCU going to be that's a great game. Texas BYU is a great game. Texas A&M St. Mary's is a great game. SLU Georgia is a great game. It's just like these other 3 games here in the final slate, like Penn, Illinois, that game will suck. Kansas State, Gonzaga, that one won't be close. And Idaho, Houston, that game won't be close. So, but I'm excited about today's slate. And tomorrow's slate, is tomorrow as good? I don't know. Tomorrow's not bad either. The Miami, I got my calendar circled for this one. I'll put it at that, man. This one will be so fun. I hope Miami, Ohio wins. Just shut up all the people who were hating on them. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I'm gonna watch all the games tonight. I'm gonna watch all the games tonight. I'm gonna watch all the games tonight. Every single tournament game I'm gonna be watching. I'm a junkie, man. I love. This is one of my favorite weekends of the year. One of my favorite weekends. I don't know. What are you guys thinking, though? What are you guys thinking? My dad's in the chat. He's excited. He says, "Let's go." So true. So true. So true. Oh. Yeah, the Campbell twins haven't even done anything either. Or I keep calling them twins. They're just brothers, but one of them has 6, the other have 0. Like they just have a bunch. Like Bellamy hasn't done anything. Again, Dowd has barely done anything. 2 points. Well, again, that's credit to our defense. Our best player, funny enough, has been Sang, who's coming off the bench, who just came back from injury. It's tough to win as a first 4 team because you have less rest. You're not wrong, but every single year there's at least one first 4 that wins first round. So I think it's either going to be Texas or Miami, Ohio. I funny enough have both because I like both the matchups. Like I not a BYU guy. BYU is so streaky this year. And as for who's the other one? Tennessee. Yeah, not a big Tennessee guy either. Can't say that. Can't say that 84 Cal. Don't say that, my guy. Can't say that. You're gonna jinx it, my guy. Oh, hold on, guys. Ohio State, it's not over. It's not over. The Buckeyes are coming back. The Buckeyes are coming back. They heard about WilsonDittman's bracket and they said, we gotta save it. We have to save. We cannot lose the first game. Come on. Let's go. Let's go, Buckeyes. Let's go, Buck. I'm doing the shot. The Florida State. Does Ohio State have like a hand signal? Oh, can't play that. They need a hand signal or something. Like we got to throw the bones. I've always thought that Nebraska should have like an N. Like, so you know how some like Wisconsin goes like this, or like Miami does the U. Like we should do something like with an N. But I've like messed around with it before. I want to like popularize it. It's like something like that. I like scuffed. We should do that. Oh, they do the O, yeah. Now we need to do like an N. I don't know. I think that'd be cool. Maybe wouldn't it be cool? I think it'd be all right. I think it'd be all right. You know, honestly, you know what the worst part about March Madness is, though? Is that every single year they roll out Charles Barkley, they roll out Kenny Smith, they roll out Shaquille O'Neal, all of which guys who have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to the NCAA tournament. Like, sorry, how much basketball has Charles Barkley watched this year of college basketball? Not much. Kenny Smith maybe's watched more. But it's like, why are we not doing the why don't we have real college basketball analysts on here? We have just these NBA guys. I like Shaq. I like Charles Barkley, but not for college basketball. You know what I mean? And the other show is worse. They have another show. They have another halftime show for a different channel, and it's like Candace Owens, or no, not Candace Owens, Candace Parker, and some like WNBA players. Like, what are we doing here? This is disgraceful. Like, I don't know. I don't want to listen to Candace Parker talk about men's college basketball. Respectfully, I like Candace Parker's a dog, great women's basketball player. I'm just not trying to listen to that. You know what I mean? I hope Burke is okay. Yeah, he's all right. He's okay. He got hit in the you know where. He got hit in the you know where. He gonna be just fine. He gonna be just fine. Marty Rule created the Nebraska hand signal. This I don't like this. It's this symbol. It looks weird, bro. It looks weird. It looks weird. I don't like that. It looks corny. It's like here I am. I'm next to this guy. Like you go like this, but it's like even this I think is kind of a corny. I don't like it. I get why he does it, but it's like, well, I didn't even know because this is supposed to be the Nebraska low. Like it's supposed to be It's supposed to be the outline of. It's supposed to be the outline of Nebraska. I didn't even know that until like somebody told me that. He was hit on the inside of the thigh. I think he tweaked a groin muscle. You might be right. From yeah, you might. Okay, yeah, you could be. He walked it off though, so I think he'll be all right. Either which way, we'll be fine. I wasn't freaking out when it happened. I love Nebraska basketball. Don't get me wrong, but Nebraska football just giving me a rush of dopamine. Or I mean, we're a football school. It's the way it is. Yeah, but I don't know. I hope someday the fan base comes around on basketball. 'Cause it's just like it's weird. It's weird how basketball is where like we're having the best season we've ever had. Like and yet like people are not supporting basketball as much as they should. You know. Did anyone mention why Pavelka isn't on the radio call? Let's see. Let's look it up. I didn't see that. He was supposed to be. Do we have our is the color guy or is it a new team doing it? Oh. Yeah, Pavelka says huh. Yeah, he put some out. He said that they can't stream it or something. That's kind of lame how Pavelka can't even call the NCAA tournament game when he's been an OG for years and years and years. Been the voice of Nebraska basketball, and they can't even check on this dude. Oh, never mind. No. Pavelka is doing it, but they said that they said that it's not on the Husker app. You have to use like an actual radio. So if you have an actual radio in your office, Dad, you can listen to Pavelka. But it's on. You have to. I think it's gonna be on. Let's see. It's on 1490. So, but you can't go on the Huskers app because the Huskers app it has to be on like an actual radio for the NCAA tournament. Hope that clears that up. That's weird. You're right, Dusty. You're right. I don't think Ahmad Hudson will play basketball for us. I'm not gonna lie. I know he wants to play basketball. I don't think he will. I don't think he will. Because again, in modern day college athletics, it's almost impossible for you to play two sports at once. It's almost impossible, and it's also because when you are a high profile athlete, like if Ahmad Hudson were to come here, Matt Rule is going to pay him $1 million, or maybe not $1 million, but he'll pay him as a high school recruit a bunch of money. Why would Matt Rule want one of his prized possessions to go play basketball and potentially injure himself or get banged up or get tired? You know, it's just it's gonna be rarer and rarer in the NIL era in the Big Ten. So I think Ahmad, although he wants to play basketball, I don't think he will. Man, how do you know about that? How do you know about that? How you know about that? Is that video still public? Is that video public still? I don't know. I don't think it is. Man, how do you know about that? You say it is still public? No way. How did you find that? How did you find that? I don't know you in real life, do I? How did you find that? There's no way that video is public. On your dad's channel. What? Oh, no way. Hold on. Well, you said on my dad's channel? Let me see this. Oh my gosh, it is posted on my dad's channel. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's unbelievable. Dad, you might have to take this down. That is great. This is great. This is so great. This is me in high school. I think this was junior year, and this was our girls basketball team was really good in high school for my junior year. We won state, and I think this was our semifinal game. And I went down for the finals, which was the next day. But I don't know. I was like hanging out with some friends that night, and we were like, "Well, let's just go to Werner Park and do this video." And my whole shtick that for that run was if we won, I would drink root beer, and then at the end of the run when we won state, I think I dumped root beer on my head, and I don't think that video is available anymore. Thank goodness. But this one isn't as bad as the other one. The other one, I literally dumped. I think I dumped root beer on my head because we won state. I had a fun high school was a fun time, man. I did a lot of fun things in high school. Uh, that was so good. Lost media. Nah, you guys, I don't care. You guys can put it out there. I'm glad he saved that though, because I thought that was deleted from the internet. I got rid of that completely. That's lost media. I wish I could find the video of me dumping root beer on my head though. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. The lost media, man. I got a lot of lost media out there. You just gotta look. You just gotta look out there. I got some lost media. Hold on. Let me see the actual lost media. A lot of high school lost media is available. My senior spotlight. I made this entire video too. I totally made this entire video. Look at the kid at state. Dude, that was state basketball. I miss going on state basketball for stuff. That was fun. Dude. Telling y'all, man. The lost media. The lost media. There's a lot of it. I'm a public guy, can I say. Amari Bynum isn't doing bad for OSU. Yeah, he's a stud, bro. I remember, speaking of my high school days, funny enough, I remember I covered Amari Bynum when Millard South played Omaha Bryan because he was at Omaha Bryan. I remember I asked him, this was post game. We chatted up a little bit post game in the hallway, and I asked him kind of about his recruitment. He said Nebraska wasn't really recruiting him that hard. Like Nebraska offered him, he visited Nebraska once, but like Fred Hoiberg wasn't as consistent with his recruitment as he should have been. And then Amari Bynum goes over to Ohio State, and who would have thought he's balling out? He's balling out like he was like one of the best Nebraska in-state players come out, in a very long time. So that's one of my qualms is that like you think the in-state talent for Nebraska football is good. No, the in-state talent for basketball is so much better. It's consistently better. Like, and usually these guys are really under-recruited, but there's just so much talent for whatever reason that comes out of Omaha, Nebraska, and none of those kids go to Nebraska. They go to Creighton or they go out of state, and a lot of them go out of state. I think Nebraska just needs to do a better job in-state recruiting, and hopefully they get this kid out of Westside by the name of I think it's London Dada. He's a good player. It's kind of a weird name for a dude, London, because I knew a girl in high school named London. That's more of a girl name. All right, TCU, Ohio State, man, come on. Oh, look at this. See, it tells me my picks. See Wilson's official picks. I'm not lying to y'all. I cannot have my first game lose. People are gonna meme me. If I come in like last place in this bracket challenge, this is gonna be a bad look. I didn't tell you guys at the time, but man, I'm actually not my bracket challenge my history is not very good. I'll put it at that. My history, my track record. Like let's look at last year. My brackets last year were not great. Oh, I won in one group. My main bracket. This was my main bracket last year. I picked Houston again. I was 31st%. My gosh, this bracket stunk, man. This bracket stunk. Let's see. 2024, my bracket. See, I always make like a million brackets. Okay, this one was not good. That was 30%. And those are percentiles. What about my one in 2023? Was my one in 2023 any better? Let's see. I don't know. I think this was it. 30%. So I'm telling you, I don't know, man. I pick a bunch of like crazy upsets every year. That's my issue. Pick a bunch of crazy upsets. But go McNeese. Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. I think McNeese might be a tougher matchup for us. I'm gonna root for McNeese too because I root for. Well, first I pick McNeese. Second off, I always root for the upsets. But yeah, man. I'm definitely rooting for McNeese. Although I think they could be tougher than Vandy. Yeah, man. Please, I need Ohio State to win. Please, please, please. Do you remember when Amari shattered the backboard at Westview? I do remember that. I mean, he was different, bro. He was a grown man too, bro. He was a grown man. He was a grown man. Like he's what you would call an off the bus guy. Like you knew in high school when you're watching high school basketball in Omaha and you see Amari Baum, you're like, yeah, that's a recruit. That's a recruit. Like that dude. Not only was he tall, there's a lot of tall kids in Omaha. He was built. Like he was a muscular. Like I mean, I don't know what he was. Probably he was probably about 6'7", 230 pounds. You know, at like 16 years old, you knew. Yeah, he gonna be a legit player. You know what I mean? You know. All right, we're back here, folks. We're back. We're back. Second half here. Oklahoma City. Let's go. Nebraska up 16 points in search of their first ever NCAA tournament win against the great Troy Trojans. Troy has the basketball. Now they're going left to right. Of course, they're in their all black uniforms, Nebraska in their all whites. Nobody changed uniforms at halftime. Campbell drives baseline. Now over to his brother. 3-point on the way. No good. Both teams fighting for the board. It's rebounded by Rink Mast. Huskers would love to start off hot here. Because again, I told you guys, the expectation is not only to win, but to win big. Just win big. Just to win big. Ring Mast has it. Gets double team. Ball's free on the floor. Burke dives for it. Tough pass taken away now by Troy. Kobe Campbell going quick. Now over to Thomas Dow. Mismatch on Hoiberg. Takes advantage of it. Rolls inside. It's going to be a foul, I believe, before the shot. Wilson, you never discussed your career media goals. Maybe you should discuss in one of your videos. I talk about in the live streams pretty often, I feel like. I mean, what am I doing in a video? I'm not going to talk about it in a video, you know what I mean? Maybe a members video. I might do a members only video talking about it. But I don't know what my media goals are, man. To be honest with you. Oh, they're going to go line for two. It was a foul on the shot. First free throw up and good. I don't know. I always wanted to be a play-by-play commentator, and I want to just be involved in the media. Now I'm like, I don't know, you know, because I'm somebody who's just I'm interested in sports, but it's not my only passion, you know. Like I like accounting, I like finance, I like business, I like law, I like history, I like geography. You know, I'm not a one-trick pony like a lot of like some other people who are just like, oh, football. Like, yeah, I like football, but it is what it is. Husker on the other end, tough pass goes out of bounds. 41-27. It'll be Troy basketball. Ohio State takes the lead according to Easton. Yes, you are right. 51-50. I'll keep you guys posted in that game as well. Here we'll have a little duel. Here we go. Check the scoreboard now. Look, scoreboard change. Look at that. Troy on the other end, down 14 points. In order for the Trojans to come back, they need to get hot, and they need to get hot now. Campbell passes to his brother here on the left wing, guarded closely by Price Sanford. They set up a screen. 10-second shot clock. Needs to put some up. Passes back to his brother here on the March Madness logo. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. He drives inside. Floater, no good. Rebound, Sam Hoiberg. Sanford on the other end. Over to Rink Mast. 3-point on the way from the corner. No good. A little bit too much. Rebounded by Thomas Dowd of Troy. Troy on the other end. Valdez 3-pointer. Oh, wow. Tough one. He makes it. Splash. And here you go. I told you guys, Troy's some life. They're a team that's not going to go away easy. They won't. Nebraska has to respond. Let's see the adjustments Troy made on defense here with Price Sanford. Rink has it here on the March Madness logo. Dealing. Trying to find somebody to pass to. Gives it over to Price. One-on-one. Wide open 3 off a screen. Got it. Oh, my goodness. Price Sanford. You better believe. 20 points a day for the former Iowa Hawkeye. 6 for 9 shooting. Husker shooting about 40% from three-point land. Bellamy now on the other end, taken away by Sam Hoiberg. Active hands. He's going quick. Hoiberg hasn't done much on the offensive side, but again, been involved on defense. He passed over Rink Mass. Pump fake from three-point from the arc. Now gives it over to Price Sam for another three. Heat check. No good. Just a little bit too much. Ball gets out of bounds. It will be off on... it was supposed to be off on Troy. They're going to say it's off on Nebraska. It'll be Troy basketball. I know somebody just asked about your career for YouTube. I'm sorry if this is repeated, but you do know if you keep posting at least a year or two. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep posting for the next two. I don't know. I told you guys I won't be able to do daily content forever because daily content's just, it's tedious, man. Like, it takes a lot of time. But I'll try to do daily content for the next year or two. I'll probably always do YouTube, but just it won't always be, as consistent. But you don't have to worry about that. I'll continue to, what you have right now, you'll have for a while. And I'll let you guys know of any big updates, in my life. Troy with it, offensive board. Huskers up by 14. Valdez puts up a tough three, trying to get a foul, doesn't get it. Rebounded by Sam Hoiberg. I can't believe Sam Hoiberg is like 6 foot tall and he goes up and gets boards against the best of them. Swing pass over to J-Law, three-pointer, not even close. J-Law hit 1-3 and he said, I'm out. He said, I'm done for the day. I'm retiring. Campbell on the other end, tough layup, and he's going to get fouled on the way up, and that will be a media timeout here. The first media timeout of the second half here for both teams. Now over to Ohio State versus TCU. Ohio State has come roaring back. They were down by at most 15 points in this ball game. Now 6 minutes left. They are up by 3. I got the game on like 10 feet over here. So I got my contacts and I can see what's going on. I just can't see the players. And I can tell Bruce Thornton because he has the long hair, but I can't tell anybody else. Oh, nice little layup there by Ohio State. They lead by 5. Oh, my goodness. Tell y'all, who picked TCU in the bracket challenge? A lot of you guys are quiet now. You guys are quiet now. You guys are quiet now, man. I asked earlier, I said, oh my goodness, I picked Ohio State. I'm screwed. And everybody's like, haha, you picked Ohio State. Well, where y'all at now, huh? Where you at? Where you at? Let's go. Come on, Buckeyes. Come on. I need to start off 1-0, baby. Don't worry, though. Don't worry. My bracket's coming in like almost dead last place, guaranteed. I want the illusion, the illusion of having success. I'm gonna start off like 4-0, and then it's gonna be all downhill from there. But I just want to start off 4-0. It's gonna brighten my day a little bit, You picked Louisville, yeah. Because again, USF was too much of a popular upset pick, and a lot of times like Hofstra same way. I had Hofstra, I changed Hofstra because a lot of times the popular upsets for whatever reason it's too much, man. Not out of the woods then on Ohio State. TCU's come back. Don't spend too much time studying and doing YouTube. Go have fun. Oh, man. You funny, man. You funny. You funny, Cal. You funny, dude. It's not the way I roll, man. It's about the grind, man. I'm telling you, I don't know about you guys, but these media timeouts seem like they're taking a long time. Like a little extra time here than normal. I haven't even finished on my lunch, my chicken. It's getting cold. Ugh, really cold, bro. Really cold, bro. Ugh. I hate cold chicken. Ugh. I can barely eat it, man. Oh yeah. And was that Murray Bynum? Or Murray Bynum with a little and one? Oh yeah. I see you, Murray. 402 zone, baby. Oh yeah, bro. Oh my gosh, he slammed it on him. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Murray Bynum, he raised the roof. He raised the roof. He did it. He just murdered man on national television, dude. Man. I see you, Amari. He raised the roof. We're back here. Troy versus Nebraska. Troy's in line for 2. First one up and in. ESPN's begging me to make a women's bracket. Yeah, they're begging me too. I made one though. I always got to try my luck with the women, and the women are easier to predict because there's so many less upsets in the women's bracket because the way that girls basketball works. Like girls basketball is very predictable just because like there's a lot less talent available in the girls basketball field, so the best teams get the best players. That's why UConn goes undefeated every single year because it's not even close. It's not like men's basketball where there's a bunch of talent, so it's easier for some hidden gems to come through. Second free throw, no good for Troy. We got 32-44 here. 3-pointer wide open, Price Sanford. Oh, you better believe. You better believe. What are we even talking about here? What are we talking about here? 47-32. I'm also keeping tabs with this Ohio State game. Buckeyes lead by 2. First game that will end here in March Madness. TCU the basketball. On the other end now for Troy. Troy, Valdez, pump fake. Campbell, wide open 3 from the corner. No good. They've been ice cold as of recent, man. They've been ice cold. Nebraska now the other end, up 15 points, 47-32. Hoiberg has it. Over to Rink Mass now. Rink Mass over to J-Law. Little 3-pointer on the run. Bang! Huskers lead by 18. There you go. Man, the crowd's really starting to get into it, folks. Crowd's really getting into it. Troy with it on the other end. Campbell desperately needs something. He has really had nothing. Pass over to his brother. Guarded closely by Hoiberg. Hoiberg giving him trouble. Tough low mid-range. Jay, no good, not even close. Troy's forcing shots now. I mean, the job Nebraska's done on the defensive end has been phenomenal. I mean, 32 points given up is crazy. Rick Mast. Over to Frager. He's trying to roll inside. Gets double teamed. Has to pass it. Picks up his dribble. Back to Rink Mast. Sanford. Rolling inside baseline. A Mast. Tough little floater. Got it. 52-32. Huskers lead by 20. Troy on the other end. They need a response. Over to Valdez. Puts up a 3-pointer from the logo, but got it. Valdez has really been their only form of offense. Stat check on the TCU game. It's going to be tied up 57-57. Not what you want to see if you pick the Buckeyes. Sanford to Mast. Mast directing traffic. He's double team. Has to get rid of it. Over to Hoiberg down the corner. Hoiberg, J-Law. Mid-range J for the J-Law. Got it. Now we're hearing Jamarcus Lawrence really get going. Okay. Told you he was my X factor for this ball game. He was the X factor. Troy on the other end, down by 19. Campbell, Dow, long 3-pointer, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Who's it off on? It'll be off on Troy. It'll be Husker ball. Uh-oh, TCU now leads by 1 over there against Ohio State. Come on, Buckeyes. What are we doing? Represent the Big Ten. Do this for Wilson's bracket. And there's going to be a timeout on the floor over there. Sneaky as Louisville to beat Michigan State. That is, I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one. We're back here for the Big Red. Frager, 3-pointer right wing, no good. Rebounded by Troy. Troy going quick in the other end, 2-on-1 action, wide open layup, bang. Hoiberg crosses the timeline. Sanford now to Jamarcus Lawrence. Rink Mass double teamed every single time touches the basketball. Nice feed over to Frager. Got it. Layup. Campbell has it now for the Trojans. He's double teamed. Tough pass. Ball's free, goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it's going to stay with Troy. By the way, guys, stay here after the game. We'll do a post-game show. I'm probably going to do I want to do a video too, so I'm going to probably do a live video on live stream. 3-point away for Troy, no good. Rebound by Price Sanford. So if you guys were here for the Dexter Foster live video on the live stream, we'll do it again for the post-game show. Sanford rolls inside, foul before he gets a shot up. It'll be on the floor, and that will lead us to our second media timeout here of the second half. Nebraska leads by 19 against the 13th seeded Sun Belt champion Troy Trojans. Don't say that just yet, Isaac. Don't say that. Don't say that. Never. What the heck just happened there? Uh-oh. Some fell off my chair. Picked Ohio State, Wisconsin, Louisville. We'll see what happens there, man. I need Ohio State to pull us out. They're down one. They're down one. Have you heard of any major injuries on the football team yet? No, none. That's I'm gonna mention that. Funny enough, on my probably my Sunday video. We'll talk spring ball on Sunday. But really, there's been nothing. Like we've had some minor injuries here, like Hamir Prescott got banged up, Archie's banged up, but nothing crazy. I'm gonna actually write that down so I remember that. I agree with you, man. I agree with you, Trevin. My practice still perfect. I sure hope it is. I picked up the Lion to win it all. I picked Houston, man. I like that region a lot. Florida, Houston, Illinois. All three of those could win. Yeah. Mac Markway was supposed to be good. Probably not. I don't think Mac Markway will play for us, unfortunately, anymore. He's just too banged up consistently. And when a guy gets injured time again, they're just not the same guy, you know? Will they scrimmage again before the game next weekend? I don't think they will. I thought they were going to scrimmage last Thursday, but they ended up not doing that. So, because they start because they're off this week. I think they practice Sunday. I think they come back Sunday. That's their first practice in a while. It might be Monday. I can't remember. But no, they won't scrimmage. They'll do some like situational football. Like it'll be kind of like a scrimmage, but it won't be a full scrimmage, like what we had a couple weeks ago. TCU, had a bonus free throw, no good. How long is college spring break? It's the same as prior high school, I bet. I mean, it's a week for everybody. I mean, maybe other universities. No, every university is about a week. It's just you just get the whole week off, you know. Yeah, my spring break was last week, but the majority, like our spring break right now, like for Lincoln's is this week. You know what I mean? So spring break's a good time, man. A lot of people go places. All right, we're back here. Huskers up 19. Rick Mass, nice little layup. Huskers lead by over 20, 21. Wisconsin also has begun their game versus High Point. They lead 27-21 to those interested. Ooh, Thomas Dow, man, he's had a tough day, man. Puts up a crazy layup, no good rebound by Sammy Boy. Sammy Boy. Mast on the top of the key, directing traffic. Now to Frager. Frager back to Mast. Mast spin move, post move. Got it. Oh my goodness, I love that move. That's like me over there, man. Like get the little baby hook, little baby hook. I love it. I love it. I love it. Little baby hook. Huskers lead by 23. 3-pointer now for Troy. There you go. There's Troy. That's saying, I mean, Troy, they're not dead just yet, but they're getting close. They're getting close. They still have a pulse, so put it at that. Nice little feed to Mass. He's hot, misses the floater. He's trying to get his own board. It's out, and it is rebounded by Troy. Under 10 minutes left to go here in this ball game. Campbell has it here on the March Madness logo. Directing, oh, no, bad pass. Frager, he's all alone. Dunk City, my gosh, from the free throw line. I see you. Who says a white man doesn't got hops, man? He took off. He took off. I see you, Braden. He took off. Huskers lead by 22, and now we're getting to the point where how long are we going to keep the starters in? I would love for the starters to be out with about 5 minutes left to go in the ballgame. I'd love for that. We'll see. But in order to do that, you got to secure this lead. You got to continue to grow it as much as possible. Frager, 3. No good. Both teams fighting for the board. Rebounded by Troy. Kamina has it. Over to the corner. That's Dowd. No good. Oh, they get their own board with Keel. Keel, tough layup. No, also no good. Rebounded by Sam Hoiberg. Kale Jacobson, who really hasn't done much today, has it. Kale's barely played, to be honest with you. Rink, he'll roll inside. Back to Frager. Frager, 10-second shot clock, puts up a wild step back 3 splash. See, this is the version of Braden Frager we have not seen for a little while. And this is the version we needed to see in the tournament. He's back. He's back. He's back. And they're going to call a timeout for Troy. Huskers lead by 25 points. And we officially, I can say this without feeling bad about jinging this, we are 8 minutes away from our first ever NCAA tournament win. Let's sink in. How does it feel? We're not there yet. Or we don't want to pop the champagne just yet after one tournament win, but it's not even a tournament win just yet. We have to get there, but we're almost there, folks. Almost there. Again, make sure to stick around, guys, for the post-game show. We'll have a big post-game show. We'll also talk about the other games for today. And we're also going to do we're going to do a video on recording. So be here for that if you guys want to see a little behind the scenes of my video. But I got to change. I'm going to change the thumbnail here. You guys want to see my look at all my thumbnails. Look at all my thumbnails. Use Canva here. I'm going to make my post-game thumbnail right now. We're going to get ready for the oh shoot. Dude. There we go. That's what I want. Post-game show. Yep. Put your thoughts down below in the comment section. How are we feeling right now? How are we feeling? 8 minutes away, guys. We're 8 minutes away. No pressure or anything. You can never say never, but you know, we're feeling pretty good. We're feeling pretty good. We're feeling pretty good. All right, we're getting everything ready to go for the post-game show. Post-game show, WilsonDittman Sports. All right, should be ready to rock. Should be ready to rock. What are you guys thinking? You close to 18.5. Not really close, honestly. Like the channel, what's weird about YouTube is that, like, I mean, I still get plenty of views in March. Like, my views are really good. It's just like you see less subscribers for whatever reason, like this time of year, because it's not football season. I gain a lot of subs during the season, right before the season, right after the season. Like right now, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think I've gained like 100 subs the past month, which again we're moving, but yeah, I don't know. But I think we'll hit probably 20K by July. I think that's what I'm thinking right now. You were thinking the Cal Baptist pick? Nope. Love Cal Baptist. I'm riding with them, bro. Oh no, TCU might win though, bro. This is not good. TCU might win. TCU might win. I do not want to see that. Yeah, they go 1 for 2. They're up 2 points. Uh-oh. Andy Katz is in the crowd, bro. These fans are going crazy. What's your goal for YouTube? Like a mil? No. Nah, bro. I'm never gonna hit a mil, dude. Doing only Nebraska content. If I expand myself, I might hit a mil, but to me, it's just putting out good content, getting views. Yeah, I get paid pretty decently doing this, so I don't. I think I'm done. I'm not really just chugging along, you know. Chugging along. Huskers with it here, going right to left. Stars are still in for the Big Red. Up by 25 points. Price Sanford being double teamed. Burke. Now to Frager inside. Now over to Jacobson. Wide open 3 from the corner. Got it. And that might be the dagger. Kale Jacobson. Mr. Jacobson. Huskers lead by 28 points. The big question is, how long will the Stars now stay in for the Huskers? You want to continue your lead, but you just don't want to risk it. You know what I mean? You don't want to risk it by putting in the bum squad, and then everything goes to crap. Which has happened before, funny enough. Happened recently with Michigan State and Rutgers. Burke has it here. Hands it off to Frager. He's a lane inside. Tries to dunk it down. No good rebound. Burke easy layup, and the Huskers lead by 30 in Oklahoma City. You got to feel a little bad for Troy, though. You know, I mean, they were going for the first ever NCAA tournament, win too. You got to feel just a little bad for them. I certainly do. I had a good year. I mean, it's not over, but I mean, come on, it's over. Media timeout. Huskers lead 70-40 here. 70-40 would be one of their biggest wins from a point standpoint all year. Starting to feel the reality. Our first NCAA tournament win. What a moment. You're darn right. What a moment. It's quite a moment. Ohio State down by 3. Less than a minute left to go in this ball game. Let's switch over to Ohio State. Hold on. All right. They have it. They have the ball their end. Bruce Thorne. He's directing traffic. Now gets over to the right wing. They need something here. They don't got to get a 3. They just need some points. 3-point. Oh, nope. They pump fake. Now Thornton. 3-point all the way. Tied up. Got it. Got it. What a 3 by Bruce Thornton. My gosh. 64-64. TCU now with the basketball. And they're going to call a timeout on the floor. What a shot by Bruce Thornton. Goodness, that's a good basketball game right there, folks. That's a good basketball game there, folks. We go together. Two minutes of scrub time. Facts. I think, yeah, they'll probably, once we get to the last media timeout, 4 minutes, I think they'll put in all those guys in there. Yeah, that's true. Hey, I mean, again, Troy isn't their feelings, man. It happens, bro. It happens. I would hate to lose a tournament game too. Not gonna lie to y'all. I mean, Troy had a good start to the ball game, but it was like they had Thomas Dowd's done nothing. The Campbell twins have done nothing. It's just, that's kind of the way it goes sometimes. All right, man. What do we do here? Do we call the TCU Ohio State game in the final 30 seconds, or do we focus on the Nebraska game here? I kind of want to see what happens in this TCU game. I kind of see this is going to be a great finish. What a way to get things going. With 64-64 TCU with the basketball, I believe they have 25 seconds. Dude, I'm gonna be so pressed if TCU wins this on a buzzer beater. I'm gonna be so pressed. Guys. I'm gonna be so pressed. All right. I'm gonna be so pressed, man. All right, TCU to inbound. It should be noted, there's 26 seconds left, but there is a 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock, so it's not like they're going to put up a buzzer beater. You know what I mean? Ohio State will get an opportunity any which way. TCU has it. They're a shifty point guard. He has on the March Madness logo. They're going right to left. He will probably be the one to take it. He's just letting the clock run right now. He's letting the clock run. Now they're setting up the offense. 12 seconds. He'll roll inside. Gives over to the left wing. Good defense so far by Ohio State. Now getting into the post. Tough layup on the way for TCU. Got it. 4 seconds left. And there's going to be a timeout by the Buckeyes. Oh my gosh. My bracket's cooked. Unless there's a buzzer. It could be a buzzer beater. Only up 2. All right. There's a timeout. We'll call the Nebraska game until we get that opportunity to see what's going on at Ohio State. Nebraska with it. The starters are still in for the Big Red. Price Sanford, mid-range J, no good, rebounded by Troy. Six minutes left to go here. Nebraska versus Troy. Again, reminder: do not go away post game. We'll have a post game show. We'll do a video on live stream, and we'll talk about all the games as well for today. Where Nebraska goes from here. So it's gonna be a good time. Do not go away. Do not go away. Everybody, hit that like if you're excited about Nebraska being 6 minutes away from our first NCAA tournament win. Hit the like button, folks. Hit the like button. Still timeout here, Ohio State with 4 seconds. They have plenty of time. They don't have to put up some crazy shot. Nebraska still up 30 here, less than 6 minutes left to go. All right, let's see what happens here. You better believe this is going to be in the hands of Bruce Thorne. However, Ohio State, they don't have to take a 3 if they don't want to. They have plenty of time to go all the way down the court and put up a layup if needed. Again, they're only down 2, 66-64. Here we go. Both teams taking the floor again. Nebraska up by 30 points against Troy. We'll go back to the Nebraska game once this Ohio State one is over, or at least the conclusion here of regulation. Everybody holding their breath. TCU has a full court press look. Very unique. They have 3 players in the front court, which is kind of shocking. Again, 4.3 seconds here for the Buckeyes. This will determine the first game of March Madness. Yours truly has picked Ohio State. They're down 2. We'll see what happens. Thornton will be the inbounds man, which is shocking. You believe they want the ball in his hands. They inbound it. They get it back to Thornton. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He's going to have to put up a heave. He puts it up. No good. TCU wins. What was that? That's the Ohio State coach deserves to be fired and annihilated for that decision. That was disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. And Wilson's bracket is busted after 1 game. That hurts, dude. Screw you, Ohio State. I shouldn't have picked them. Oh, Troy, nice little 3 there. They cut the lead down to 25. They cut the league down to 25. Oh man. Okay. But my bracket's busted, but I'm in it for the long run, folks. I'm in it for the final 4. Gosh, that sucks. Price Sanford, heat check 3, no good. Again, Husker starters are still in. Once we get under the media timeout, I believe they will sub them out. Guys, I might start my post-game show. I'm gonna do a video on stream, so I might do the post-game show like during the timeout, because after the timeout, the game will be over. So I might start that just to get the video out in time, get it out in a timely fashion. Dude, that Ohio State play was so bad. You had 4 seconds, and that was the best thing you come up with. Hoiberg 3-pointer on the way. Oh, no good, man. No good. Sammy, my boy, you can't be missing that. You can't be missing that. You can't be missing that. Under 3 minutes to play here for the Big Red. 70-45. Hoiberg, Jacobson, back to Hoiberg. Now Burke, he puts up a 3-pointer. Oh my gosh, Burke made a 3. That's how you know we're feeling it. He lets the crowd know. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That is unbelievable. Oh, nice little feed there by Campbell, and there will be immediate timeout in the final. Or will it be immediate timeout? Yep, final media timeout here of the game. So we have 3 minutes left to go. Nebraska up by 26. That dude says they cheated. That's funny, bro. That is so funny, man. That is funny. That'll crack me up. Uh-oh. Why did my camera just go out? Hold on. My camera. There we go. My camera's back. I'm gonna reset it here. All right, you guys. I want to start my post-game show so we can get this video on a timely manner. We still got 3 minutes left. So I'm gonna basically the way this is gonna work is I'm just gonna do a video on live stream. You guys can see me do it. And then we'll post it, and then they'll do my live stream post-game show. I just want to make sure I can get this out in a timely manner. So it's relevant to everything going on. So, all right, guys, let's get it going. Let's get the post-game show going. let's get in video form here. Let's get in video form. There we go. After all of the years of pain, of suffering, of misery, Nebraska gets their first ever NCAA tournament victory against the number 13 seeded Troy Trojans in dominant fashion. So in today's video, I'm going to reveal my instant reaction. How did the Huskers get this one done? What were the keys to the ball game? Where does Nebraska go from here? I know the hype is real, but how far can we actually make it? Could we make the Sweet 16? Could we make the Elite 8? Could we make the Final Four? Everything you need to know. I'm not going to hold back, and so much more. So really quick, if you're excited about Nebraska's big victory today, I know why I am. Hit that like button. And also, if you're a diehard Husker fan, this is the place for you. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? It's completely free. Take 2 seconds. Listen, this is the only place that covers Nebraska every single day, all year long. Football, basketball, breaking news, recruiting. Again, join the family. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. But without further ado, we have a lot to talk about. It's safe to say you've heard the disrespect for some time now. Even, at the beginning of the season for Nebraska. Nebraska started off 20-0, beating teams like Oklahoma, like New Mexico, Michigan State, Illinois, just name a few, Wisconsin. And yet you heard from people, oh, we don't even know if Nebraska can make the tournament. Well, Nebraska did make the tournament. Then, once Nebraska was solidified to make the tournament, people were saying, well, I don't even know if they're going to win one game. And you heard that even this week, where, oh, Troy's a really tough opponent. Oh, Troy, they're hot. Troy got a great coach, this, that, and the third. You've heard the disrespect for some time now, not only from the national media, not only from Big Ten fans, but even from Nebraska fans saying, we don't even know how real this Cinderella run actually is. We know that in order for this season to be a success, there was one objective. We needed our first NCAA tournament win. We needed it this year. We're tired of being memed. We're tired of being trolled. And Nebraska showed up today in Oklahoma City with the whole state behind them in a sellout environment, basically. It was 99% Nebraska fans, and we dominated from the get-go. That's how you do it versus Troy. Let's talk about the game, folks, because once again, Troy, they started off hot. I'm going to give a lot of respect to the Troy Trojans. It was not their night. This is a very, very good basketball team who just couldn't hit a shot. But again, the reason why Nebraska won, number one, I know Price Sanford will be the story, and as he should be, the defensive end was absolutely phenomenal for the Big Red. Absolutely phenomenal. Giving up only about 50 points in an NCAA tournament game. I don't care if you're playing Duke. I don't care if you're playing Siena. Giving up only about 50 points, that's incredibly impressive. Nebraska was stout on defense. They only gave up 25 points in the first half. The best defensive teams can do that. And we saw, everybody speculating after we lost Purdue, okay, is Nebraska's defense the same? So, again, the defense was absolutely phenomenal in every single department. Again, the big storyline was Thomas Dowd, who averages a double-double for crying out loud at 6'8". He had 4 points today on 11 for 1 shooting. That's not only because he was playing bad himself, that was because of the defense and because of the adjustments that Fred Hoiberg made. So, number one, key to the game that we accomplished had to be sound defense. Absolutely, we checked that box. Number two, The steals department. I told you guys, in order for Nebraska to win, you have to take advantage of something that really Troy struggles with consistently. It's taking care of the ball. That's one of the worst, one of the worst teams in America when it comes to turnovers. Nebraska had 8 steals in this ball game. Totally, Troy had 14 turnovers. Again, that's thanks to Nebraska on defense. Again, just pressing them consistently. Again, thanks to the adjustments that Fred Hoiberg made. Again, this week you cannot talk about Nebraska's offense without discussing Price Stanford, however. Officially on the ball game, 23 points, 7 for 12. Every single one of his field goals was a three-pointer. He went 7 for 12, over 50% from three-point land. You better believe Price Stanford wanted this ball game. And don't get me wrong, everybody came with their hair lit on fire. Jamarcus Lawrence, I told you guys, he was the massive key of the game. He had 13 points, multiple clutch threes. Even Burkett hit a three at the end of the ball game. But the reason why Nebraska caught their spark, when we got to the mid to late first half, it was because of a guy like Price Stanford. It's been that way all year long. He's somebody who's playing with a chip on their shoulder, who also feels disrespected, right? This is the kind of the theme for Nebraska all year is we're kind of a team full of misfit toys. We don't have a bunch of 5-stars. We're not paying a bunch of money to our roster like you see at Duke, like at Florida, but it doesn't matter because of the coaching, because, again, everybody is saying, hey, we're going to elevate our game because we understand we're the best fan base in America, and we're going to prove that we're different than what the national media thinks. And again, just the job that Fred Hoiberg did in this game, but also all year long, needs to be talked about. Where again, the adjustment, Fred Hoiberg made adjustments in this game. We started off very, very slow. We were down after the first media timeout. We were down after the second media timeout. So much so the Nebraska fans are kind of pinching themselves, asking, oh my gosh, is this game going to go in our favor? And Fred Hoiberg said, hey, we're not going to worry about it. We got hot at the end of the first half. That's thanks to him and Lenzer's adjustments on defense. Then we could have easily, put our foot off the gas going into the second half. We were up 16 at halftime. We said, nah. We're up by 20. We were up by 30. So, again, this team is talented. Don't get me wrong. Is it talented enough to make a Final Four run? We're about to talk about it. But what makes this team special more than anything is because of Fred Hoiberg, because of Nate Lenzer, because of all the assistants we have. Again, Troy, there was not their best performance, but Troy's a good basketball team. Don't forget that. Troy's a good basketball team. And yes, they had an off night, but it was also thanks to what Nebraska did on defense. Just phenomenal, man. So what did we learn? What were the takeaways? And most importantly, where does Nebraska go from here? Because this is our first ever NCAA tournament win. I repeat, our first ever NCAA tournament win. So for all the years we've been memed, you're never going to hear that ever again. That feels good, doesn't it? Right? That feels good. We're officially in the party, right? Anybody can make the first round. It's the real winners who get to the second round. We get to the third round. But is Nebraska done? How far can we actually make it? Because that's going to be the storyline now. Could we make the Sweet 16? Could we make the Elite Eight? Well, again, to me, Nebraska's defense is at an all-time high. That's what's going to elevate us when we play a team like Vanderbilt, who's inconsistent on the offensive end, right? Same deal with McNeese. McNeese has some defensive firepower. They're not as consistent on offense. So Nebraska's defense is what sets us apart from the rest of the field. But really the key going forward, especially if we play a team like Vanderbilt, who can show up on offense outside Price Stanford? Because yes, we would love for Price Stanford to put up 25 a game in the NCAA tournament, but we all also know that, hey, that probably isn't too realistic. So for what we saw today from Jamarcus Lawrence, we need to see that again. What we saw today from Braden Frager, Braden was not like incredibly efficient today. He shot only, about 33% from the field. But again, we saw some of the flashes of Braden Frager that we saw back in January, right? It's important for this team to get hot. This is a great step at getting hot. I told you guys, if we want to beat Troy, you got to beat them bad. Like if we beat one against Troy, but it was like a 3-point win, it was what it was. This was the objective, to win big. That's exactly what we did. That's going to build momentum, when we get to the second round, when we play Vanderbilt on Saturday or McNeese State. So how far of a run can we actually make? Let's talk about it. Let's keep it real. How far of a run can we actually make? Now, of course, we know that we will play the winner of Vanderbilt McNeese, which begins at 2 o'clock today. I do, funny enough, think McNeese is going to win this basketball game. Honestly, just an early preview of this ball game. We'll talk about more nauseam tomorrow when we find out who our real opponent's going to be. Vanderbilt is a very similar team to us, where, again, they started off their season undefeated up until January. They're almost similar. They have a great coaching staff. Again, they're not a super big team, but they're physical on defense. They can light it up on offense. They're a great three-point shooting team. So Vanderbilt's very similar to us. McNeese, kind of an opposite. Like, again, they're not as fiery on offense, but their defense is physical, and they're built to make a run in the NCAA tournament. So the better matchup for us probably is McNeese, because they do have less talent overall. But either way, like, it's not going to be a walk in the park game for any which way here for the Huskers. So I do honestly like the way we match up against both these squads. That's why I do think Nebraska has a very real chance to make it to the Sweet 16. And if that were to happen, You're kind of playing with house money where you're going to likely play Florida. Florida is a 1 seed, but we know that Florida is the weakest 1 seed. So again, you just never know, but it's more I can sit here and talk to you guys about X and O's. I can sit here and talk to you guys about teams getting hot, teams not getting hot. That's what it's going to come down to, though. It's going to come down to teams getting hot. It's going to come down to who's playing their best brand of basketball when we get to the second weekend, when we get to Saturday. Then again, this Vanderbilt game will be very, very important. But man, Troy was a team that I was worried about. A lot of famous worry about. There was a lot of people who picked us to lose to Troy. I did not pick us to lose to Troy, but I thought it was going to be a close game. It was not a close game. Won by 30 points. It was dominant. This will be one of the biggest wins in all of the first round. I know we're just going to start with the first round, but this will be one of the biggest wins all weekend. Is what it is. But the final thing I'll end you guys off on is this. We've been disrespected all year long. That's not going to change. That's not going to change. The disrespect that you've heard from November to now is not going to change. Doesn't matter who wins today, Vanderbilt, McNeese. There's still going to be people who pick that team to beat us on Saturday. And if we do make the Sweet 16, you better believe Florida is going to be the heavy favorite in that game, more likely than not. So I say this because I need you to understand this is a team that's constantly defied the odds. This is a team that's constantly rallied around being the underdog, rally around having a chip on their shoulder. This is the time of year where you need to get hot. So I don't care about the outside onlooker. I don't care about the quote unquote NCAA insiders, the people who know everything about the gurus. I don't care about that. It's about what we do. That's all it is. Fred Hoiberg, Price Sanford, Burke, Rink Mass, Jamarcus Lawrence, Sam Hoiberg. It's about our guys versus the world. Who's playing their best brand of basketball? Who wants it more? Nebraska didn't really look like they wanted it more a couple weeks ago. Now they do. So I'm not going to sit here and say we're losing to Florida. I'm not going to sit here and say we're losing to Vanderbilt. The sky's the limit for this squad. If they play like what they did again today, next week, they're going to be just fine. But we got a big objective on Saturday. We don't want to look too far in the future. One game at a time. That's one. We got 5 more. The goal is not Sweet 16. The goal is not Elite 8. The goal is get as far as possible. But shout out to the boys. Nebraska basketball. First ever NCAA tournament victory. Man, oh man, it feels good. All right, guys, other thoughts down below. Hey, May's far in the video. You know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, folks, that's the video. That's the video. I'm gonna post that, and then we'll get into the live stream post game show here in a second. Hold on, I gotta post my video real quick here. I gotta post my video. We'll get into the post game show here in a second. Just gotta get everything in order here. Everybody, start to put your comments down below in the comment section. Your takeaways from this ball game. I'll get to all your comments. I'll get to all of your comments. Do not worry. Do not worry, folks. What was the final score? It was 76-50. We'll get to all your comments. I mean, come on. I thought there was a chance Nebraska could blow out Troy. I wasn't betting on it. I don't even think there was a world I didn't even think there was a world where we were going to win by 30 points. I mean, we put about 30 burger on those guys' heads. I didn't see that. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw that coming. That's credit to Hoiberg, man. That's credit to Hoiberg. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable showing. All right, we're getting the video ready to go here. The video will be out in about 10 minutes because YouTube has to check it. YouTube has to make sure it's all in order before they let me post it. I'm getting the thumbnail ready here real quick. So that's now twice you guys have seen me do a video on stream. All right, what are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? I'm so happy for Sam Hoiberg. He's going to remember this with his dad the rest of his life. Yeah, man. He had a good game today too, man. That's huge. Again, he was a culture changer. That's what's different too. He was a culture changer. He was a difference maker. You know, it wasn't like he was some schmuck player on the bench, right? Like I know Hoiberg, of all the reasons we won today, Hoiberg was probably 3 or 4 of all of the players, but that doesn't take away what he did all year. You know what I mean? He was still a great player today. All right, here we go. What should I make the title? What should I make the title for my video? Nebraska fan reacts to crazy first round. What should I make that for? Nebraska fan reacts to dominant first NCAA win versus number 13 Troy. We did it. All right. Getting the video completely ready to go here, folks. Bang. All right. Should be out very soon. Should be out very, very soon. Smallest guy on the floor with the most rebounds. What did he have the most rebounds officially today? Let me see. Let me see. Did he? I wouldn't be shocked even. I would not even be shocked. Hold on. Did he? I know he was going up for a lot of them, dude. Yeah, he had 9. That's crazy, dude. He had 9. He was close. He was close. Oh, he was about to have a single double there. He had more rebounds than he did points. That is so crazy, man. That's so crazy. That is so crazy. Oh, I'm changing the thumbnail here on the live stream. Sorry, guys. I'm a mess here. I'm trying to talk to you guys while changing all this stuff up. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. All right, should be good now. All right, what are we thinking? How far do you got Nebraska going to the tournament? I have us in the Sweet 16 personally. Me personally, I have us in the Sweet 16 because if we play Vanderbilt, that's an interesting matchup for sure. But I think we match up really well against them. I think Vanderbilt might be a better team than us, but from a matchup standpoint, it's going to go in our favor. Crowd was lit. Yeah, I was honestly surprised. I thought there were going to be more people there, to be honest with you. It wasn't like we had nobody there, but I thought it was going to be like crazy. You know what I mean? We still have people there though. Wisconsin in the battle. What's that score looking like? Hold on. Oh yeah, you're right. High Point. High Point was a very popular upset pick too, dude. Oh, that was a popular upset pick as well. I don't know. But Wisconsin's playing so good as of recent, man. I think they'll pull it out. I'm still mad about that TCU game, dude. I'm mad about that TCU game. Man. Hold on, how many brackets do I still have that are perfect? Let me see. How many? Okay, my main bracket, my bracket that counts is broken because I picked Ohio State. But how many? I just want to see how many I have in general that are alive. That are alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. I have 8 that are alive. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Huskers 10-15. I have a lump in my throat. Pretty emotional day. Yeah, man. It was an emotional day. You're darn right. And it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be emotional, man. We just watched the first ever NCAA tournament victory. A lot of people didn't even think that was going to happen, man. A lot of people over the years have questioned whether or not we were ever going to win an NCAA tournament game. So it's 100% okay to be emotional. It's 100% okay to be emotional. You know? It means you care, man. It means you care. Big Red Rant. Shout Big Red Rant. Great game, brother. Everybody like the stream. Everybody go subscribe to Big Red Rant before you like the stream. Shout out the goats over there. Big Red Rant also did a live stream doing the game. Big Red Rant. I'm sorry. I'm stealing your thing. I'm just kidding. I won't do. I don't do watch parties for football. So you'll be good for football. But I just wanted to try it out for basketball. Shout out my guys over there. Big Red Rant. Great content creators for Nebraska. Troy sucks. Hey man, we're not gonna do that, bro. We ain't gonna do that. We gonna do that. They had a hard fought game. They tried their best. You know, and we know this is Nebraska fans. We're not gonna sit here and talk crap about them when it took us as long as it did to win an NCAA tournament game. You know. You know. TCU sucks. What does that say about Ohio State? Hey man, hey, I'm just in my feelings right now because my bracket's busted. I don't even care. I mean, my bracket gonna lose anyways. Yeah, what y'all going back and forth about that? I have a computer generated bracket that has Nebraska set up against Michigan. That'll be. I don't know, man. I would love it. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know if we'll make it to the national championship game. That'd be great. That'd be great. But I told you, I would love to make the Final Four, obviously, but to me, it's not a failure. All I want to do is make the second weekend. If we can make the second weekend, that is a massive, massive success in my book. That's all I care about. Make the second weekend, and we're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. You know, if we lose next, again, I think if we lose next round against Vandy or McNeese, that would be a really, really big disappointment. Would it be a failure? No, but it'd be a disappointment. If you guys know what I mean, it would be a disappointment for sure. Because when you're a 4 seed, the expectation is for you to make the NCAA, you know? Or excuse me, when it's Sweet 16, excuse me. When you're 4 seed, the expectation for you to make the Sweet 16. Sorry, I'm multitasking here. When will Nebraska win a natty for football? Never, probably. Never again. I don't know, man. Probably. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. Probably never. Vandy would be a disappointment. McNeese would be heartbreaking. Yeah, I mean, you're right. But again, I think McNeese could honestly be. I hate this. It's crazy saying this. I think McNeese could be a tougher team for us. We match up really well against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt objectively is the better team, and they're hot right now with them making a run making a run to the SEC championship. But I think honestly, with again the way we stack up against them, I would almost rather play Vandy because if McNeese gets going, McNeese can make a run. And we know how well coached they are, obviously. They're a team that's consistently built for March. McNeese is bigger, yeah. Vanderbilt's kind of built like us. I'm telling you, like, Vanderbilt's like so. Everything is the same as us. It's weird. That's why I watched a lot of Vandy basketball. Like I kind of remember because it was us, Vandy, Arizona. We were one of the last only undefeated teams. I was watching a lot of Vanderbilt basketball, and I'm like, this team is eerily similar. You know? Is that FaZe Banks is crazy. I haven't heard FaZe Banks' name in a long time. I've heard Matt Rife before. Somebody's told me I look like Matt Rife before. I've heard that one. I've never heard FaZe Banks. That is crazy, man. I don't have the tattoos though. I've heard Matt Rife though. I have heard that one. Have heard that one. Wisconsin to battle. Yeah, I've already addressed this comment. Yeah. Football has to win a playoff game. Yeah, I don't know, man. It'll be tough. We did it, Mr. Dittman. Took us 130 years, but we did it. You're darn right. And you know what? We all got there. We got there a little bit of slower pace, but we're there at the end of the day. You know, we're there. They call me bald. I can't see Aiden Ross. Funny enough, I can't. Gabe, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. Never thought about that, but I can see it. I can see that. Husker Rock, shout out, bro. 2-0. 2-0 with the bracket. 2-0 with the bracket. It's a W, man. Tournament is a whole new season. You're so correct. You're so right, man. Nothing that happened before. Like I think people at times got too emotional with the Big Ten tournament. Like the Big Ten tournament obviously been nice to make a run, but it wasn't a deal breaker. A lot of people act like it was a deal breaker, you know? It wasn't that big of a deal that we lost first round. But I told you guys I would have preferred either you make a run or you lose first round. Like it wouldn't have done us much justice to make a run the Big Ten championship and lose, because then we're going to be gassed. They better have those 2 days of preparation. You know what I mean? Like a lot of teams, like I know this at Creighton, because I go to Creighton. Like Greg McDermott's, and the reason why he's had a lot of success in the NCAA is because Greg McDermott every single year in the Big East tournament tanks. Like he literally like they try in the Big East tournament, but they don't like game plan at a very high level because they're already focused on the NCAA. They're not like super emotionally invested in it. And that's how Creighton like is, you know, obviously like always in like this year is an outlier, but every single year they're really good. So, can South Florida upset Louisville? I mean, they're down 10.5. We'll see. I picked Louisville in that one. South Florida was too much of a popular upset pick. So USF solid, but Louisville got a bad rap for some reason. I don't know how. Like people were talking about Louisville like they're just chopped liver. Like Louisville ain't trash. They're not great, but they ain't trash. You know, my dad says, wasn't sure if I was ever going to see this. Well, here you are. You made it. You're almost, you saw one before you turned 50 years old. My dad's getting to unk status. He's getting unk status. What did the other games say? Let's see. Let's look at the other games today. I'm waiting to post my video, dude. I hate that YouTube basically, when I make a video, they check it for like 20 minutes to make sure there's no copyright material on it. So I can't like post a video right away because they're checking it constantly. I think I'll try to post my post game reaction at 2. It'll come out. Enjoy the vibes, people. So true, man. So true. But I want you guys to understand this. This was not the goal. This was the expectation this year. I want you guys to understand that. Meaning, it's okay to be excited about winning our first game ever in the NCAA tournament, but just know this is not where we end. This is not just, oh, we're here and we're just gonna do whatever in the round of 32. Like, nah, the expectation is to make the Sweet 16. So this was a nice step, but let's go win 2. Let's go win 2. Let's go win 2. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see who's number 1 in the bracket challenge right now. I've already lost 1 game with my bracket, so it's okay though. But I'm in for the long run, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we got a couple. We got a lot of people who are like, yeah, we have roughly, let's see. Yeah, we got like roughly 100 people who are still undefeated out of the about the 400 people in here. So again, if somehow any of you guys win the bracket challenge, just make sure to contact me, because I can kind of see who you are, but I can't really see who you are. So like you can't get like the winner gets a prize, but you can't get mad at me if like you don't contact me. You're like, I won. Well, how am I supposed to know that? Like you have to email me or DM me. You know what I mean? But we'll do updates about that. Okay, video is live. Video's live. There we go. Huge. Post-game videos live. Let's go. Let's go. What a day, man. And now, you know what the best part about all of this is, guys? You know what the best part about all of this is? We can just sit back and watch all the other NCAA tournament games over the next day and a half, and we don't have to be stressed about it. We don't have to say, oh, I'm worried about Nebraska. I'm worried about whether or not we're going to beat Troy. It's like, no, we've already handled our business. So we can sit back with some burgers, whatever your flavor is. Burger, fry, pizza, nachos. You can have a beverage of your choice, a soda, a water, alcoholic beverage, milk. I don't know. Whatever is your food and beverage of choice, you can sit back for tonight and tomorrow and just say, you know what? We already handled our business. We did what we were supposed to do. And that feeling is priceless. Priceless, let me tell you, because the last time we were in the tournament 2 years ago against Texas A&M, it was not that way. Where I believe we played Friday night. We were one of the final games. So the entire first weekend, you're sitting there like, oh my goodness, I'm worried about Nebraska versus Texas A&M. And then we lost and it kind of ruined the weekend. Now it's like, man, the weekend's just getting started and we're already there. We're already there. You know? We're already there. So it feels good. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to have. It's a great feeling. But yeah, we'll see who we end up playing second round. Again, I think that'll be a huge. Everybody in Nebraska is going to watch that McNeese Vanderbilt game. I still think it's going to be McNeese. I truly believe it's going to be McNeese. I truly believe it's going to be McNeese. Either which way, I like the way we stack up. All right, y'all. What are your final thoughts? What are your final thoughts? No, comment section got dead here for a little bit. I know I'm trying to get my videos up and ready to go. So I'm gonna. If you guys have any final thoughts, love to hear them. We were live for about 2.5 hours. So let me know your final stuff in here, because I'm gonna watch other games today, man. We're just getting started. I'm gonna enjoy the other games, what we got going. So let me know your thoughts. Any final stuff here? Anything for football? Reminder, we have spring game. Spring game is in 9 days, folks. That's gonna be crazy, dude. The spring game is in 9 days. That is crazy. So we're gonna have a spring game will be huge. So yeah, man, it's gonna be nuts. Live for the round of 32. I think we will. Yeah, I bet we will. I hope it's a later tip. I hope it starts at like 1 or 2. But yeah, I think we should be live. We will be live for the round of 32. Yeah. Because I mean, it's our it's our good luck charm. We got to stick with it. If it's working, it's working, man. I think I'm 4-1 this year doing basketball live streams, or 5-1 maybe. So we'll we have to run it back. We'll run it back. So yeah, we will be live. We'll run it back. We will be live again for a watch party Saturday. I don't know when that game's gonna be though. I don't know. Let's see. It's either going to be super early or super late. They won't give us an afternoon game. So I don't know. We're going to win the Natty. I hope so, bro. I hope so. I hope so. Wouldn't that be cool though? Wouldn't that be cool if we won our first ever NCAA tournament game? And they're like, you know what? Nah, we just go we go mess around and win the entire thing. Wouldn't that be crazy? Probably would never happen, but yeah, no, we will go live for every game as far as we make it. Okay, I can tell you that for a fact. Yeah, we will go live for every single game as far as we get. Because I think Sweet 16 next Thursday should be good. Yeah. So make sure to be here. Be here on Saturday. Well, we'll have content tonight. We'll have content tomorrow per usual. But make sure to be here for another watch party. Saturday afternoon, wherever we play Saturday against Vanderbilt McNeese. Be here for that. It's gonna be a big one. But be here for that. Going to be super fun. But again, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. It's crazy. This is an early live stream. We still got the whole day ahead of us, practically. But crazy feeling, man. Nebraska's ever first ever NCAA tournament victory. I should say, don't neglect this feeling, right? It's a great feeling. But also the expectation a little bit higher. Expectation makes Sweet 16. Never get complacent. All right, guys. Really fun stream. Good victory today, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Hey, based on do hit the like button, subscribe. I will see you potentially later tonight, if not tomorrow. We'll talk a little bit of football and basketball tomorrow. And then, of course, see you in the next live party on Saturday. All right, guys. Enjoy your day.